And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Gary Hebert, the man, the myth, the legend. I was amazed, and I was looking to become a better skater myself, and I wanted to be like Gary.
When you look at a guy like this, he's one of the most talented people in his profession. He's been given gifts by God.
It can get frustrating at times when you're trying things that, that maybe don't come as quickly to you as other things. And, you never really felt that sense of frustration with Gary. It was always about improvement and positive reinforcement.
Was it really the end? Was that head injury really the end? God has called Gary to continue to be a blessing to others and to be a passionate example.
My name is Gary Hebert, and this is the World Academy of Hockey, otherwise known as the Inside Edge.
I would recommend anybody that have a chance to come to his hockey school. I think it'd be well worth it. It'd be rewarding to all the kids and anyone coaches, from whether it's an adult, a professional player, to a little kid like a Mike or a Squirt.
Gary, from day one, has been instrumental to my hockey career. I started out as a potential Division III player, and Gary brought me single-handedly through high school and into a top Division I prospect. I owe it all to Gary, the biggest legend on and off ice there's ever been.
Listen, watch, learn, be confident, and have faith. Those are the answers I was brought to. Yet, I only now am really learning how truly important those 5 things are.
Through preparation, through appropriate thoughtfulness and thinking, we can learn to untie the typical knots between our ears that drive us into underachievement and underperformance. And lo and behold, we can learn, I think, to fulfill our God-given potential.
Gary has the innate ability to make people not only better players, but better people. The life lessons they learn from Gary are incredible.
I can always remember leaving that rink knowing as a player I got better, or I had something to improve on to get better. And I think that's what you excelled on as a coach, is giving us the knowledge to know what we needed to do to get better.
There's coaches who know the game, but can you communicate and create passion in your kids and in your players? And Gary's able to do that.
Gary's got great knowledge and the great hands, but more importantly, his ability to connect with people and care for them. His communication skills, to me, really stand out and separate him, and that's why he's one of the best, in the world.
Gary's a legend. He's a special, special man.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
What is going on, everybody? We are live here across the Multiverse of Media for NXT Spring Breakin. Good to see everybody showing up here today. There he is. Without any further delay, the simple man with the spectacular voice who will be joining me for this evening, Noah Foster.
Hey, hello.
How we doing, sir?
It's rainy and mildly cool on a Tuesday night, but I'm feeling all right. Been a nice study day at work as we prepare tomorrow night for the fallout from Dynasty with AEW back at Daly's Place. You could call it a homecoming. Tonight, we ventured down to a different part of Florida to see how this brand continues to bring the party and the action on the first of 2 nights with NXT Spring Breakin'. And it's good to see you.
It's good to be seen, good sir. Got a lot of good stuff, well, we won't oversell it. A lot of which should be good stuff on the card tonight.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's definitely a lot of potential here on my NXT. We'll go ahead, take a moment here before we get started and run things in. I know you don't click. I know you don't scroll. I don't know if you heard about the release that was thrown out there today, but pretty relevant to my NXT. Cameron Grimes has been officially released from WWE as of today.
Oh, no.
Very gut-wrenching. He took to social media, posted about a 2-minute video discussing it. I do have it loaded up here. I was going to air it really quickly, not knowing if you were going to be here right at time. But I figure let's start the show with this, and then there's nowhere to go but up, baby. But check out what Cameron Grimes had to say. This was filmed literally after he got off the phone with WWE.
This is Trevor Lee, also known as Cameron Grimes. I just got off the phone with WWE, and unfortunately, I've been released from my contract. 5 years ago, the last thing that I was able to tell my father, Tracy Cadell, was that I signed with the WWE. I loved working here. I loved working at the WWE. I want to thank absolutely everybody that's helped me. I could sit here and name off a list of people, but the video might be a little bit too long. Even though you guys haven't seen me in the past year, I've been trying my best to learn from everybody that comes through, everybody that would let me sit there and listen. But if you're a fan of mine, I'm here to let you know that there's a damn fire lit under my ass, man. All I want to do is work. All I've ever wanted to do is work. This is all I got, man. But hey, the good news is there ain't going to be no stopping Trevor Lee now, baby. Let me tell you that. I love you guys. If you're watching this, I love you. We're going to figure this out. This isn't what I wanted to do at all. The WWE is all I've ever wanted to do and be. But if I have to go somewhere else now to show them that they missed out, I guess that's what I got to do. Thank you, guys.
Definitely some heartfelt words there by the man formerly known as Cameron Grimes, Trevor Lee. You know, I only knew Cameron through NXT 2.0. I was very happy when he got drafted last year. We discussed it. We saw big things for him.
Yeah.
Being a former North American champion and everything. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, he wasn't allowed to achieve his potential up on the main roster. They barely used him. But I'm thinking that, you know, TNA Impact, former X Division champion, correct?
That is correct, sir. And literally endorsed by one of the greats in the Hurricane, Gregory Helms.
So I think him going back to TNA would probably be a sure bet. I wouldn't want to see him become all elite. He would just flounder in AEW. They already have a bloated roster. I don't know where they'd really be able to insert him.
Right.
But send him back to TNA, have him working against Mustafa Ali, have him working against the Good Hands, have him working against Eddie Edwards and Joe Hendry, and
Kevin Knight,
I
so
think
much
he'd
potential.
have some great matches there.
Yeah, for me, at the end of the day, like I said, there is nothing else that we should look at as fans in seeing these instances. With the fact of the matter is, it is simply another human being who loved doing what they were doing, trying to provide for themselves and their family, and they no longer have that opportunity at that landscape. And for many in this business, it is a point that they hope to be in and succeed and thrive in, but it's just not meant for everybody, whether it's the way you fit in the system or how they believe you are for the business. That being said, no longer Cameron Grimes, once again back Trevor Lee. I think Trevor Lee is definitely going to remind the professional wrestling business exactly who he is and why WWE may have took him to the moon. I think he's going to go even further out in this stratosphere now that we know he's got an open world ahead of him in this professional wrestling landscape. I wish nothing but the best for the former $1 million champion that never got to that next point, but damn sure could have been.
Well, all right. So enough with that now.
Switching gears.
Let's take this show in honor of Cameron Grimes. Let's hope that this show goes to the moon.
All right.
Let's start off with this beach brawl, Noah. Sol Ruca and Blair Davenport.
Well, it's not the first time that Blair Davenport's been involved in a match surrounding a certain environment, but it's also not the first time, obviously, that these two have gone one-on-one. Their history goes way back. After we learned the mystery of Selden being Blair Davenport, who ended up injuring so many, including Sol Ruca. Sol Ruca came back on the rise and caused Blair Davenport, of course. And, of course, these two have had tension and fallout since. We're at this point, we're at a crossroads. Neither can get ahead until they sell this. So how we're going to sell this? At the beach, in a brawl, where something's going to break, but hopefully not somebody's limb. You got to look at the level of experience here. There's potential, and then there's the experience. Again, Top Ganjan, Bea Priestley, Blair Davenport, Stardom record on track history, former challenger to the NXT Women's Championship on multiple occasions. Of course, had a fallout previously with babyface side NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez. But I look at Sol Ruca, and I see so much ahead for her out of that Soul Snatcher finisher. And she has a bright upside, not just in her attitude, where she looks like she could surf the tides all day long. But I think there is definitely something with her that Blair Davenport can draw out of her, and that might be the difference maker. Gimmick name aside, I think Sol Ruca needs this win versus Blair Davenport. But Blair, in a way, you can think she needs the win too, because, put it in beach terms, Blair's been floundering. Why right now, Sol Ruca, she might be surfing smooth tides if she gets through the Top Ganjan tonight.
That's fair. That's a fair assessment there.
Yeah, I just saw the way you know. I could see you just thinking.
Well, on my end, you're coming through kind of glitchy. I'm not sure if it's me or you, so I was just waiting for you to finish before I stepped on you.
That was a really big.
But yeah, I really think that this is Sol Ruca's moment here, and especially with it being gimmicked into a beach brawl. He's the beach bunny. She's the surfer. You know, you would think that this would favor her.
Right.
But it's no disqualification, which means that Blair Davenport can have many a trick up her sleeve.
Exactly.
So it's going to be to see how this one pans out.
Yeah, and you got to consider with the landscape of NXT's women's division and the fact we have a new title in play, the winner of that very match could definitely put their name into the ballot to contend for it or be part of the tournament. Of course, we still don't know who's going to finish out the field.
We don't know anybody in the field yet, and I'm hoping we get some form of announcement about it either tonight or next week.
That's right.
I feel like the finals need to be at Battleground.
Yeah, and I agree. And if this tournament is going to be as deep as I think it might be, especially with, again, the quantity in the NXT Women's landscape, Ava Ray needs to get on that ASAP. Despite the fact we now know that NXT Battleground will take place from the UFC Fight Capital World and its venue, Las Vegas. Not on May 26th, by the way, folks. We do not have a double hitter simulcast situation. Thank Christ. It will instead take place on Sunday, June 9th. So please plan your calendars accordingly. I love the JMN Multiverse of Media live watch along event schedule. We'll keep you in tune here as always. But switching gears now, let's go ahead and look at the state of the Heritage Cup. But again, folks, it is official. NXT Battleground Las Vegas. I love that graphic, by the way. Anyway, so we got a 6-man tag team match here. Yeah, right? Again, these graphics, they really have picked up the graphic work this year across the business. I like seeing that. So we got a 6-man tag team match here with the family, the Don, Tony D'Angelo with Stacks and his lawyer, of course, financial assistant and the company. Taking on the No Quarter Catch crew, of course, we talk about Charlie Dempsey, Damon Kent, and I think they're a prospect at this point. Of course, we know right now the No Quarter Catch crew, they had the family put out the hit on somebody, take care of business. But the Don, he's looking for a receipt. Thinking that Heritage Cup looks pretty sweet. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, we know the Don's coming off that NXT Championship match. Great showing and attempt at NXT Stand and Deliver. Now looking to maybe, pick up a little bit of different business. See what he could do, catch Cam. And maybe this trios match can help him qualify for it. Of course, Charlie Dempsey, of course, has been a proud Heritage Cup holder. The group itself has been proud to hold the Heritage Cup. But I think I look at this match here. I look at each side has that person that you don't know how they could work with this field. I think about the guy on the left, Damon Kemp. Sorry, folks, don't know WWE names. Still learning this guy's name. And we got, of course,
I believe his name is Miles Bourne.
That's what it was. Something Bourne. I knew it wasn't Evan. Thank you. And then, of course, we have the newest member of the Tony D'Angelo family. And you could almost say this may be his proving ground because it's the first time in trios action he's working with the family in the ring, not at the table trying to sue somebody. But I think for me, looking at right now, Tony D'Angelo needs some sort of bounce back. I can't believe I'm saying this. I kind of think the family needs this.
I agree with you to a certain extent. I feel like Tony D needs something after failing at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
I do feel that the X factors in this match are Miles Bourne on the No Quarter Catch crew side and Luca Crucifino on the family side.
Yes.
Both men looking to really show something, as you pointed out. The alluded fact that the D'Angelo family has taken out Drew Gulak, and that's how they're getting him off of television with all the stuff surrounding him out there with the Ronda Rousey allegations and everything. That's a whole other topic that can be discussed on open mic night, but that's how they're working him off of television, is making it seem like the D'Angelo family put out and took him out. That way, if some miracle things clear up for him and he can come back, you've got an open-ended angle right there.
Yep.
But I do feel this comes down to Dempsey and Tony. And I almost feel like as much as the family needs it, I almost feel like the No Quarter Catch crew needed just as bad to prove that they can do this without their fearless leader, Drew Gulak. This is going to be really their first opportunity to prove their mettle since their leader has been taken out.
Someone like Charlie Dempsey, a huge chance for him to step up, lead by example, such as his father did for generations, Lord William Regal. Turn this to maybe his own combat club. It's a very fair analysis. So I think the pressure is definitely on both leaders. We can at least agree to that. But as far as who leads by example, why he has continued to hold the integrity of the family, I'm curious to see what Charlie Dempsey does with, honestly, let's call it what it is, his partners in training.
All right. Moving on. This is going to be more of a segment than anything, but we've got a contract signing coming up for what I believe is the first women's underground match in WWE history, not just NXT history.
Outside
Lola Vice and
Yeah.
Natalia. Lil Levi is trying to prove her MMA medal against the submission expert, the vet, the boat. Contract signings are always combustible elements anyways.
Yeah.
Which one goes through a table, Noah? Because that seems to be the shtick these days. There's a contract signing, someone goes through the table.
I actually don't want to see
And you got to figure whoever goes to the table, is going to win next week because they got to get their comeuppance.
Well, it seems too cut and dry to say that, but proverbially, you are right. I almost want to see this almost like a gritty Fight Club setting where they have the tensional face to face, they sign on the dotted line, they walk away into the darkness. I don't think you need this in the ring. You need this in an appropriate setting because these two are about to get downright dirty. And why this is underground, let's not forget that the one on the left is known to work in the dungeon, let alone lead it. Lola Vice right now might be in over her damn head, but you have youth, you have that self-confidence, and you have the overall experience. Why it might be a segment, this is Lola Vice's time to put up or shut up besides shaking her hips.
And while we're on the topic of the women, let's go ahead and move on to the NXT Women's title.
This
Roxanne
right
Perez in her first defense against the former champ and the former champ's former best friend.
Well, Booker T said it best. This business, there are no friends, about two things, checks and championships. Roxanne Perez adopted that mentality perfectly at Stand and Deliver, exercising her rematch clause finally one-on-one by force, reclaiming the title for the second time. And why Tatum Paxley may have been in Lyra's favor, she was more in Lyra's favor because of what she was wielding. Now she no longer has that. Tatum feels like Lyra is just in her way towards what she truly wants. You could say a tortured soul. You could say an outsider. You could say somebody that lost her mind in the dark while she was all alone. I say somebody bitter, jealous, and desperate to get to where Lyra was and felt she was that close along her side versus upsetting her. Tonight, we'll see if she actually upsets her, while Lyra right now looks to take the head off her. It's one of those things, like I always say, though, in triple threat, you have buffer, you have fall person. We talked about it before. The story brewing and developing is Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley. And we're going to really see that come ahead here for further tension to come out of this triple threat. But does that personal animosity get in the way of either of them leaving with the championship? Because Roxanne Perez right now, she's somebody that could just literally prey upon this and literally come out with the win, escape. And I really think that's what's going to happen because while she was on Monday Night Raw, and yes, folks, we know the WWE Draft is this week, starts this Friday, runs into Monday. And of course, you think she was on Raw, she's likely to be freaking called up to the other rosters. And this is one person that does not need to be called up for two reasons. One, she offers the most experience and the most when it comes to eyes drawn to the women's division and the NXT product. Two, she's their freaking champion. And I don't think she literally turned heel just to capture a moment during WrestleMania weekend. But I am super curious to see whether Tatum Paxley or Lyra Valkyria will be on that other side of embarrassment if Roxanne's able to exploit it.
Well, you bring up the draft, Noah, and that definitely, I feel, brings a whole other dimension into this match because we've got a whole other week of spring break in next week.
Correct.
It's very possible we could have a situation where Roxanne pins, let's say she pins Tatum here. So next week, because Lyra wasn't defeated, maybe Lyra wants Roxanne one-on-one. And once the draft has been executed over both shows, SmackDown this Friday and Raw on Monday, we'll know if Roxanne has been drafted. And then that leads a whole extra layer of suspense about will Roxanne defeat Lyra one-on-one next week? Or will they take the belt off of her since she's been drafted? Personally, I don't see why we can't have a Dominic Mysterio situation. Let her get drafted and let her work on whatever show she gets drafted to, defending the NXT championship. and let her show up on Tuesdays defending the title on NXT. At least until something like, let's say, a heat wave in Toronto, where she'll get a decent little few month run with it, and then she can lose it at a major stage for NXT. I feel like Battleground would be too soon next month. So I'm looking ahead, and we've got that big weekend in Toronto for Money in the Bank and Heat Wave back-to-back nights.
Yep.
What have her participate in and win Money in the Bank and then lose the NXT title the next night?
Yeah. And SummerSlam outside WrestleMania weekend is one of the only other times of the year I could see big moments like that happening and making sense in context and storytelling. Again, right now, Lyra feels betrayed and she's hurt and she's angry and she wants her title back. But right now, she has a formidable foe standing in her way, an obstacle, another bird of prey, Tatum Paxley. If she can put Tatum Paxley behind her once for all, then Lyra can ascend once again to try and reclaim the NXT Women's Championship. And I think right now with that story, a whole lot yet to be unfolded. I think it's going to dominate this match and allow Roxanne to escape as champion. And again, Roxanne just adopted this new attitude. So why she was able to accomplish what she needed to do at Stand Deliver, again, she's back in that spot. Can she now, being her own hero, handle the pressure mentally and physically? Or once again, will she collapse under it due to something more than just anxiety? Put up or shut up time for Roxanne, a whole different direction. That's why I think the pressure right now is more on Roxanne than it is on Lyra Valkyrie and Tatum Paxley. But at the end of the day, the richest prize is on the line, the NXT Women's Division. So good luck to all three.
You uttered the perfect phrase to transition to our main event, Noah. You said put up or shut up.
What?
If Trick Williams loses, he leaves NXT. And with the draft looming, and with the trigger that was pulled last night on Raw, I don't know if you saw the highlights of one Giovanni Vinci getting beaten the crap out of by Ludwig Kaiser and excommunicated from Imperium.
I have thoughts on that, but yes.
Dragunov and Kaiser, Dragunov and Vinci versus Gunther and Kaiser. Dragunov taking Vinci's place in Imperium. Like, there's a lot of different ways this could go now that Gunther isn't champion anymore, and we don't have to worry about Dragunov being the guy to dethrone Walter. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I could see that being Gunther's mentality with Dragunov potentially getting drafted to his brand. This has to be Trick's moment tonight. But where Dragunov goes in the draft and how he plays into things, like I said, with that trigger being pulled on Imperium last night, that's a huge world of mystery.
Jeez. This right here is the number one reason I am proud to be with JJ tonight to call Spring Breakin'. He set up the story and he set up the stakes perfectly. After Trick Williams whooped that Trick in the main event inside a steel cage, where Melo once again missed, Trick Williams has nothing but himself right now as his own enemy in whether or not he succeeds or fails in finally becoming the NXT champion. Corporate business aside and all the teases, and I know that Gunther wants to go one-on-one with Ilya Dragunov, and vice versa, on the grandest stage of them all. Love it, God, make that happen, Triple H. But anyway, Ilya Dragunov, though, has been one of the most predominant, serious champions, though, in this business, in this brand's history. Quite honestly, he's taken it to another level since winning the title last year against Camilo Hayes. Overcoming Trick Williams right now, of course, back at Vengeance Day. But it's one of those things where also it's Ilya and Trick Williams 3. It's their third ever singles encounter. Is their time to charm, or does the Tsar still reign tall on his throne? I just want to try and not think about the draft at this point when I think of Ilya Dragunov, because I just don't see Ilya any less right now than a champion in WWE. And just visualizing the WWE landscape, why there's that group mentality. Ilya Dragunov's a guy that does things all the time on his own, quite successfully. And I like that for him. It's one of those things where I do think Trick deserves the moment, and it could be a pass the torch. And Shawn Michaels might trust Trick enough to be that guy to do it. But I just don't know right now if it's time for Ilya Dragunov to let him do it. He's had it since last year's fall. I get that. But this is one of those matches where I'm going to have thoughts about winner and loser either way. But based on, again, the rise, the people's choice, the mentality, the confidence, the all or nothing storytelling dynamic, and the willingness to do that, it's hard to bet against Trick, because how far is a man willing to go, whether he has nothing to lose or everything to gain? You can look at that both ways, particularly for Trick and Ilya in either case. But I think you're right. I think for Trick, this has to be his moment. Otherwise, even if he gets drafted, I don't know if he's going to be possible to create a moment as big as this, let alone in this time span. He's been hot, red hot, since facing Ilya Dragunov last year at Heat Wave. And that was less than a year ago. So, again, if he doesn't beat Ilya here, was it all for nothing?
The other thing I'm thinking of, Noah, and, I understand you said you're trying not to think about the draft as it relates to this match.
Yeah.
But we've got a very, I won't say important, but we got a big tournament looming here at the end of May.
True.
And Gunther has already declared himself for this tournament.
Yes.
Could we get Gunther versus Ilya at some point in the King of the Ring? And what is mightier, a czar or a king?
Oh, man. You're pulling at me, JJ.
I know I am, bro. I know I am.
Me.
Because even though I still have not seen that match, because it's not on any of the NXT DVDs that I've got,
right?
I know how big of a match it was.
Oh, baby, it was.
So it's just a matter of, are they going to pull that trigger? Is Triple H, the man who ran the Black and Gold, the type of guy that's going to revisit that in a big way on the main roster? I think he is. And what's given me that hope is the fact that we saw the seeds planted last night in a completely different angle that may lead to a Gargano-Ciampa feud again.
To your point.
And that was one of the feuds that defined your NXT.
You're not wrong. And to your point, as we get ready to go to spring break, and I will say this, like Becky Lynch said on Chris Bentley's podcast, Triple H does have a vision. He sticks with it. He's always looking ahead. But as you see, case in point, there's a sign on the door for the WWE Draft 2024, and you see all three GMs right now negotiating, speaking, already probably communicating potential trades, biggest challenges, biggest gains, toughest losses.
This right here just shows how big Triple H and Shawn Michaels are trying to present my NXT. You've got Nick Aldis via Zoom call and Adam Pearce in studio with Ava Raine for this huge show ahead of the draft.
And Nick Aldis literally saying he's going to be watching that match with bated interest between Ilya Dragunov and Trick Williams. Change lives, newest superstars. Every single match matters. Everyone should be on their A game. Who NXT steps to take their place? Okay.
Ooh, after tonight, NXT will never be the same.
Well, that very
There's the
well.
challenger walking into the building.
And again, JJ, that very well might be true. For again, we are living in a new era, the era of professional wrestling, Paul Trebek era. And right now, you see Ilya Dragunov coming in, as well as the family who will be involved in six-man tag team match action. As once again, folks, we are back on WWF Live Watch Event Schedule here at WWF Multiverse Media. Surfs up, hang 10, get a 10, and enjoy some professional wrestling. Welcome to the first week of NXT Spring Breakin. And so Ruga is ready for a beach brawl against the person that injured her, of course, in Blair Davenport. And there, of course, you see Natalya and, of course, Little Vice will put pen to paper in the dark as they sign a match in NXT Underground. But welcome once again, folks, to NXT Spring Breakin, virtually from Orlando, Florida, the NXT Complex. Good to see y'all once again. Of course, Samantha Foster, Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. We welcome you into NXT. And we're kicking things off immediately with the NXT Women's Triple Threat. What?
Hey, what better way to do the show? Bookmark it with the title matches. Open with the women, close with the men.
Well, all right, shut me up. Let's go ahead and get right into it as we prepare to see if Roxanne Perez can continue to be the NXT Women's Champion. As, of course, we are getting our introductions here from Alicia, too. Good to see you all in the chat. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And, of course, if you want to dictate the conversation, don't need to dictate. Super chat is as simple as that. This twisted, warped mind, the tortured soul of sorts, if you looked at her story, per se, Tina Paxley. And, of course, the champion stands tall. Her own hero, now two-time NXT Women's Champion, captured at Stand and Deliver. The prodigy, Roxanne Perez, who at one point said, NXT, I'm ready to just leave this brand. Boy, this crowd right now, red hot too. Perfect opportunity to kick things off with the NXT Women's title. Oh, boy. And, of course, we know, JJ, in triple threat action, champion does not be involved in the decision. The rings! Oh, boy. And Patsy immediately getting rocked by Lyra Valkyrie and Roxanne Perez. Like I said, letting these two right now just continue their fallout, enjoying the fruits of her mental labor. And Lyra right now just about to hell. Boots, furious striking combination. There's a roll-up, though, by Tatum, and Roxanne's sense of urgency breaks it up.
Smart strategy there by the champ. Let these two just dispel their blood feud in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, this is the first time that Roxanne,
make sure that neither one gets the pinfall.
It's first time, though, that Roxanne is dealing with Tatum Paxley. Of course, Lyra Valkyrie, though, taking advantage. Now, both these women on the outside. The madness of Tatum Paxley right now on full display. Lyra able to block that kick, though. Takes the boot and, drops Tatum face first on the apron. Shoulder first, possibly, too. Let's not forget, Roxanne, of course, injured that left shoulder of Lyra, and Tatum Paxley looked to exploit that following Stand and Deliver as Tatum catches both with a beautiful drop kick in between the ropes and takes control in the early going. And right now, Lyra trying to bring Tatum back in the ring, focusing her attack on what was maybe in her own mind at one point a former friend. Roxanne, though, trying to take advantage. Gets kicked for her troubles.
I think calling Tatum Paxley a former friend is a little bit overselling it. Definitely an ally, though.
Yeah, it was a very unique relationship, if we're being perfectly honest. And you can still see the tensions and uncertainty was there with the former NXT Women's Champion, of course. And you still see that Kinesio tape drop kick sported on the left shoulder of Lyra Valkyrie. As, of course, folks, this is our opening contest here. The first of 2 weeks we're covering here. NXT Spring Breakin will give you back-to-back weeks of action. Nice Northern Light suplex with a bridge in the cover. Roxanne for now preserves her championship. Of course, in this match, there's no championship advantage. Pinfall submission inside the ring is built by the title change hands, but there also is no disqualification. Ooh! Beautiful bridge to no! See Roxanne grabbing the small of her back. Beautiful Northern Light suplex bridge pin attempts on both Tina and Roxanne by Lyra Valkyrie here. And thank you again, folks. Safety, Daniel, Matt, Good to see you all. Cover by Roxanne. Trap both legs. Reversal by Lyra. And a near fall. Of course, Roxanne Perez comes in here with a ton of experience, trained by Booker T, of course, on commentary out of Reality Wrestling. Former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. Standing switch with a suplex exchange here. And Lyra finding her way to the ropes. Forced to break. O'Connor roll, though, by Roxanne with a cover. Gets a 2 count, thrown to the outside. Now, Tatum trying to take advantage with the lace lock. The standing switch by Lyra. Pushes Tatum in the corner. Chaos Face to best. No, wait, roll up. Just lunged off. And the Perez takes advantage, sending Lyra to the outside. Again, JJ, we talked about before, our champion can take advantage of the field at any time. You see Roxanne right now is focusing her attack on Tatum as she flies up the top rope with a cross body, but Tatum rolls through, hook on the leg, and a 2 count. Wow.
Deep hook there. Great shot there by Tatum.
And fast and furious action by all three of these women here right now. And Tatum getting the better of Roxanne, and Roxanne inadvertently takes out Lyra on the outside. Dan Patsley taking control of this match. Triple threat for the NXT Women's Championship. Who can capitalize here? Stay tuned to action. Picture in picture. I did not expect kicking things off with the women's triple threat, but I do like the fact, to your point, we're starting with the title and we're closing with the title. And Ava saying that this brand will never be the same again after tonight, considering that this, of course, is the last NXT show before the actual draft. She very well might be completely accurate in that statement.
Yeah, and coming right off the heels of that segment with Pierce and Aldis to be starting it off with the women's championship match. Again, I think that's just great, like telegraphing what could possibly come in the drafts. Any of these women could get called up. I specifically on Roxanne and, of course, Lyra.
Drop toe hold by Lyra, taking advantage of Tatum Paxley. Went for the elbow drop, missed though. Now Tatum, though, looking to work on that left arm and drives her knee into the already compromised shoulder. Tatum right now in control of the
wrenching there.
Yeah, a little bit of joint manipulation almost. Bending back the digits and the wrist. Taking advantage of the former injury on the former NXT Women's Champion. Roxanne Perez nowhere to be found, though. Urgency has to come into play at some point. She won't be involved. The decision, though, of course, is caught here. And Tatum creating distance with Lyra, looking to follow in. And, oh, man. Just throwing her body. And Roxanne falls in with a drop kick. Pushing all of Tatum's
beautifully
weight.
Timed.
Yeah, putting all of Tatum's weight into Lyra. Double impact there. Now Roxanne with a front face back on Lyra. Lyra still fighting back. Though, of course, Lyra Valkyrie, of course, won the NXT Women's Championship, being the man, Becky Lynch, who, of course, won, spoiler alert, folks, the WWE Women's World Championship last night on Monday Night Raw. Nice flying crossbody, the rope for reversal by Roxanne, and Roxanne hyperextending that left arm. Might be looking for a cross arm breaker here.
Got to wonder how long Lyra can resist with that pressure in the already injured arm.
Well, trying to reverse the pressure to your point. Shoulders down for a 2 count. Nearly caught Roxanne there. Sometimes the submission can be your own worst enemy. Arm breaker and hyperextended left shoulder again. Looking to inside the left leg. Oh, I thought for a moment she was going to go for a flatline Russian leg sweep again, though, just applying pressure. Oh, on that left arm. Nice body shot by Lyra, though, trying to create separation. Oh, and finally Roxanne takes Lyra down. Floats over, hook on the leg, cover. Tatum saving the matchup. Of course, that's the disadvantage of a triple threat for the champion. You think you're in control, and the other person comes in and stops your momentum. So far, Roxanne, though, able to control the field. Now, Roxanne caught with a forearm, looking for something big out of the corner here. And yes, folks, we're still on picture in picture, but action keeps rolling here because fuck television. I stand by that. Don't give a damn what show it is. Fuck commercials. Fuck television.
I know, but let's try not to draw attention to it.
Fair
Roxanne
enough.
going right back up after Tatum Paxley here.
Uh-oh.
Looks like she's got her hooked for a German of some kind.
Either that or an avalanche Russian leg sweep. See her on the right side right now, Tatum Paxley. Now change the position. I'm not sure who's going to get the worst out of this, but I sense disaster. Lyra Valkyrie currently nowhere to be found as we are back here live NXT Spring Breakin, NXT Women's Championship on the line. Triple threat match opening contest. Lyra, though, coming in from underneath. Clubbing shot to both women's backs. Now hooking both up. Dropping them from the corner.
Double power bomb there, but how much did that hurt Lyra with that already injured arm and shoulder?
Well,
you see she's not taking the opportunity to capitalize here. She's not going after either woman to pin her.
To your point, take a look at the replay. Oh, gosh. Both women planted hard with every bit of strength Lyra had left right now, and all three women trying to get back in this fight for the richest prize in NXT. Knife edge chop by Lyra. Follow-up receipt by Roxanne. Roxanne teaming up against Tatum and Lyra right now. All three of these women just duking it out, exchanging. That kicking prowess, though, of Lyra Valkyria, though. Oof. Spinning Soulbot. Up kick. Combination offense by Lyra to both Tampazi and Roxanne. Catches Roxanne with Enziguri. Went for the Enziguri to Tatum. Tatum able to scout it, though. Now hoisting up Lyra and the fireman's carry. What she's looking for here. Ooh. Lyra then on her feet, though. Front face lock. Now Fisherman the leg. Hook her up. Oh, Fisherman Buster. Cover to win the title. Roxanne saves her title.
Beautiful Fisherman Buster there by Lyra Valkyria.
Yeah, take a look at the replay here. Beautiful execution. Quick follow-up. Shoot the half. Hook the leg. But Roxanne able to save her title. Big right handle just dropped Lyra, though. We've seen this vicious new nature out of Roxanne Perez, where, again, she looks at herself only, focuses on herself as her own hero, only sees one thing, herself and that title. Nothing else matters. And Roxanne right now teeing up against both Tatum and Lyra in opposite corners. Irish whip, arm breaker, now trying to bring Tatum down. Looking for the submission. Meanwhile, Lyra comes in. Now Lyra taking down a Roxanne right now with the crossface. And Pexley right now with the crossface on Roxanne. Different tap, move for move. Covered, though, by Roxanne. Lyra saving the matchup, though. Woof.
The strength of Roxanne, able to turn that into a pinfall. Almost got the 3 count there on Tatum Paxley.
Roxanne with both, though. DDT! Reverse and normal DDT combination.
Russian
cover
leg
on
sweep
Lyra.
DDT combo there.
Yeah, and again, she's going for quick covers here. Cover on Lyra. Got a kick out. Cover on Tatum. Kick out again. At this point, though, I got to wonder if Roxanne's
Roxanne is getting pissed.
Yeah, you can clearly see it written on her face. And I'm not talking about Sheamus, fella. That's the clothesline, arm breaker. Eat the feet! Shades of Gail Kim! Deep cover, high stack, 2, and Lyra saves the matchup. Take a look at this. Combination offense by Roxanne, taking down both of her opponents. Great follow-up. Quick cover there on Tatum. Matchbook cover, sword, side body cover. And Lyra able to save the matchup. The fire of all three of these women looking to become the NXT Women's Champion. One that's never been, one that previously was, one that currently is. Doesn't look to give it up this time, though. And Lyra right now trying to light up the champion. Irish with the Roxanne. Missed the big high heel kick. Roxanne taking up and around. But Mystica denied. And Lyra standing switch. Oh, man, what a suplex. Tatum, though. Whoop. Lyra able to scout it. Quickly, though. Tatum, though, rolls into Roxanne. Roxanne able to take advantage. Now Tatum caught. Oh, man. Big kick. Now look at Tatum with the cover. Oh! Woo.
Tatum Paxley almost just stole it there, Noah.
Pop handle by Tatum Paxley. Oh! Pop handle driver source. This could
It's
be
almost
Tatum's
like the
moment.
Juggernaut driver there, Noah.
Yeah, exactly. And Tatum, this might be her moment here. Going to the top rope. 450 connects. And Tatum the cover by Roxanne, though. The jackknife, the takeover. Roxanne retains.
Beautiful sense of awareness there by Roxanne Perez. She let Tatum do the dirty work. Just slid in there like a snake. Hit that jackknife pin and was able to retain her title.
And to your point, literally a snake in the grass escapes with her prize tonight. Triple threat strategy and played perfectly by the champion here. Looked like Alexa was going for the attempted pop rounds before she got her head taken off. And then Tina Patsy took advantage here. Nice roll-up attempt here. I thought she had her there, but Lyra able to kick out. And once she set her up into that modified Juggernaut driver of sorts, beautiful 450 connects. Hook up both legs, and Roxanne immediately comes in. Jackknife floater on Tina Paxley, and Roxanne Perez escapes. Literally escapes. Still the champion. It was smart. You don't have to like it. It was absolutely smart. Ooh, wow. Well, congratulations to Roxanne Perez, still the NXT Women's Champion. I'm sure she's very proud of herself. Lara Varga and Tan Paxi left disappointed. Oh, and now we got a little bit of a superstar highlight here on the Twix. People like Jade Cargill and Grayson Waller keeping an eyes on all brands. And, of course, we're, talking about who's going to win the NXT Championship, whether you whoop that trick or think Tricks gets whooped. It's the talk of the night, JJ. And thank everybody, by the way, who is tuning in to our coverage here of Spring Breakin. We appreciate all you. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend as we do this for all the specials, all the brands, all the wrestling here at JMN Multiverse of Media, WWE, NXT, Ring of Honor, AEW, TNA, and some NJPW. And again, JJ, your brand is the talk of the night on everybody's mind as we're wondering who will come out tonight, the NXT champion. Trick Williams or will Ilya Dragunov still be the czar? That's why I knew he didn't say anything. He knows how I feel about. He knows how I feel about this.
Well, cool. Thea's handling JC next week, so it looks like we've got that match for Spring Breakin' Night 2.
Well, she got Fawn Henry and Kalani Jordan in her corner, it looks like, if nothing else, her support system. Meanwhile, TikTok reject number 1 is coming into interception.
That's Jada Parker. That's from OTM.
Oh, okay, so she's even less valuable. Got it.
Be nice, Noah.
I'm trying, JJ, but I can't get over the fact that these gimmicks are just downright... Oh, my! Yeah, I'll talk more about that later. Tension's boiling over once again. The NXT Women's Locker Room. Good luck with that, Ava Rain. As we go back inside NXT, looks like we know that Thea Hale and Jesse James finally going to come ahead next week. But for right now, time for 6-man tag team action. As we'll see once again, if the Don leads by example, here comes the Tony D'Angelo family. United Front. Of course, their respected leader, previous challenger for the NXT Championship, Tony D'Angelo. And of course, we know the story behind this match, JJ, as we know. Again, we talked about how Tony D'Angelo has respect for the champion. Of course, took him to the limit, Ilya Dragunov, but now he's looking to handle some new business regarding the Heritage Cup. The D'Angelo family in 6-man tag team action against No Quarter Catch Crew. Next on NXT Spring Breakin'. All right. Now that we got a commercial, don't ever mess with the family. Goddamn right. Of course, everybody knows this is all culminating ahead this weekend where the landscape will change. And it's time to shake things up again in what could be the biggest draft in WWE history. It's the WWE Draft 2024 starting this Friday in Cincinnati and closing on a Monday in Kansas City. Raw and SmackDown. Oh, now we got a full commercial here, JJ. Any thoughts you have regarding that opening women's match, your women's locker room combusting, and this 6-man tab before we get back to action?
Just a fantastic way to start the show off. Those 3 women showed why my NXT is the second best women's division in the States, right behind your TNA's knockout division. You know, just
right under it.
I can't help but smile the fact that you agree with me now that my NXT's got the next best women's division. Like, I know I say it all the time when we do these NXT watch-alongs, but there was a time not so long ago when you basically only did this because you felt like you had to, and now you're actually like eagerly anticipating some of these shows and these matches. And while there's matches like this that you could see on any Tuesday night NXT and just kind of come off as filler,
Yeah.
matches like we just saw are special. Those are PLE quality. Those are matches we would pay $50 for back in the day to watch on an actual pay-per-view.
Yep. That was some strong, damn good, and smart professional wrestling. And Roxanne Perez, again, savvy, most experienced amongst that field, and she found a moment and exploited it. Perfect opportunity, capitalized, escaped, literally escaped with the title. Didn't beat anybody quite literally. She found 3 seconds and escaped with the title. And again, like I said, she took advantage of the brewing rivalry with Tatum Paxley and Lyra Valkyrie. It looked like those two are going to finish out the match, and Tatum looking to finally have her number one finish she's been seeking her whole life just got taken just like that. But very impressive showing by Tatum Paxley, by the way, too, who, again, I think still is very unknown of what she can be capable of outside the mental game she lives in her own mind. She had a legitimate, at least 2 legitimate chances to become NXT Women's Champion tonight. And very impressive. She definitely impressed me the most.
Yeah, and then that backstage segment, like you said, looks like we have 2 more matches now potentially set up for next week. They pretty much announced JC Jane versus Thea Hale, finally getting her hands on her in that one. And then we saw the Jada Parker Fallon Henley combustion.
Yep.
That very easily could be a match next week as well, plus the NXT Underground match next week. Women once again looking very dominant on a Tuesday night on my NXT.
A lot of stuff going on right now for these women. Different stories, different action, different dynamics. And again, I like seeing that. Like I said, TNA, NXT, Ring of Honor, AEW, I look at things that way when it comes to quality, storytelling, landscape, and showcasing. So there's no doubt, though, what with NXT has been done and created by Shawn Michaels, elevated by Ava Ring, constantly guided by the original pioneer, Triple H, there is an incredible upside to this NXT. And I'm very curious to see how many leave it or join it. Women's side, particularly. I mean, I think they go all this, and that appears to be foolish not to try and draft Roxanne Perez. And you got to imagine if a champion's drafted, they will either take their title with them or vacate it. Well, again, we'll talk more about that though later. And stay tuned, folks. Jimmy the Network will keep you in tune with all results from the draft as we learn them. Who is these two? JJ, educate.
No clue. This is the first time I'm seeing a vignette for them.
Looks like a new tag team might be coming onto the scene.
Yep, looks like they're going to debut next week as part of Spring Breakin.
Interesting. Well, they got good energy. They got some hype.
Not that I'm in favor of black and black crime, but I could see these two going up against Idris Enofe and Malik Blade next week. They tend to use them primarily as jobbers anyway.
Mm.
And a couple of bad boys like that, big, strong. Oh, we got the Creeds here at Spring Breakin' and Ivy Nile.
Hey, look at that, a return. Of course, we know the Creepers are former NXT Tag Team Champions. It looks like they're here to support Trick Williams. Everyone right now is looking to see a Trick finally gets crowned. Ooh, that's a bold claim. Trick Willie. All right, why is this white boy trying to add that? You know what? I'm not going to say that. Uh-huh. I like it. Damn it! I'm trying my best to stay integral, and I can't with these idiots. Anyway, as of course,
And of course, we had the announcement yesterday.
Yeah.
NXT Battleground at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. As soon as I find out how much tickets are going to be, I will make my decision if I'm going to go to that one. You may have to call that one with either Jeff or James, good sir.
JJ, you best get your ass to that show. That's all I got to say. You deserve it.
Anyway. I'm going to do my best. Like I said, as soon as I know what tickets are going to cost for it, I'm going to make the plea to parentals for that to be my birthday present.
You deserve it.
Considering my birthday will be a few months later in August.
Well, again, if there's going to be a stage where your brand's going to bring the big fight feel, there's no bigger stage than the home of USC in Las Vegas. That's arguably will be the most important, aggressive show in your brand's, in your NXT's history. But of course, before we get there, we got to look at this rivalry now that's coming ahead in six-man tag team action. Tony D'Angelo family taking on No Quarter Catch Crew. Six-man tag team action here. Oh, man! And it's already on and popping. That didn't take long. I don't think a bell rung, by the way. Okay, there's the bell. Now, oh, God. Single leg kick by Charlie Dempsey.
Got Charlie Dempsey and Tony D'Angelo starting things off officially.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who gets better at this. Double leg, though. Nice takedown there. Just went straight after Charlie Dempsey. I'm not sure how wise it is to challenge Charlie Dempsey on the mat, but the strength coming to play. Tony D'Angelo with a deadlift powerbomb, forcing the break. Tony D'Angelo right now in control of Charlie Dempsey, saying that you should have paid the family. Charlie Dempsey, though, grabbing the left arm. Tony able to take him to the corner. And again, Tony D'Angelo right now, that strength background coming into play, but that aggressive, gritty, no protection nature, exposed knees, exposed elbows. Of course, Charlie Dempsey coming into play as old school as it gets. Ooh. Yeah, David Kemp right now trying
kind of interesting when you think about it that we just went from the Creed brothers to this match with Damon Kemp.
Yeah.
All members of the Diamond Mine back in the day.
Dak. Of course, we just saw the original members of Diamond Mine, to your point. And let's not forget the original leader of Diamond Mine, Roger Strong, who, of course, is AEW International Champion after an incredible match against Kyle O'Reilly, AEW Dynasty. It's amazing how all the wrestling just kind of cross breeds across each other. Gotta love it. Everybody getting ahead of the business, no matter what stage. And to your point, it's official, JJ.
And there we go. It's official.
Country versus the Slums. Fallon Henry versus Jada Parker. Should be an interesting match. And I believe that is Crucifino in the ring right now with Damon Kemp. Man, this rivalry really has exploded since prior to the bell ringing right now. These two are just tussling. Miles Bourne now in play.
Here comes Stax.
Oh,
no, Miles Bourne. My bad, wrong corner.
Botch. I got you, brother. You know me.
They both have similar hairdos.
They really do.
I stepped away for a quick second to a different tab. I forgot which corner they were in.
Again, the dynamics, physical features. Physical impact. Crucifino.
Huge uppercut there by Luca Crucifino.
Yeah, beautiful uppercut, but nice standing drop kick, though, by Miles Bourne. Now Bourne in the cover, hook of the far. Get a 1 count.
We talked about it in the pre-show, Noah, how these two were going to be kind of like the X Factors. Both men competed in the breakout tournament last year, so they haven't really been in NXT too terribly long.
No, they haven't. And again, it's all breaking down. Referees lost all control, but I think the Tony D'Angelo family has taken control of this six-man turmoil. Again, you don't mess with the family.
Uh-oh, you know what's going to come here, Noah?
What? And right now, everybody on the outside just brawling. Damn it, Cap! Just pull out all the stops, running off the apron and flying into the family. Forward senton wipes them out. Pitcher in pitcher right now. Charlie Dempsey and crew in control. Can they maintain it? That was ridiculous. And to your point, we talked about that the inexperience levels here is a very unique balance across the board when you figure about, again, Crucifino and Miles Bourne. We know about how far Stacks and Tony D'Angelo are effective in cohesive tag team and trios action. Again, they're former NXT tag team champions. And Miles Bourne with the cover on Crucifino gets a 2 count. Crucifino putting more than that law degree in play. Tag to Charlie Dempsey now. Get to the midsection with the knee. Big chop here. And Charlie Dempsey, of course, won the Heritage Cup with ease. Beautiful gut wrench suplex release. Float over lateral. Gets a 1 count. Of course, we saw Charlie Dempsey also demonstrate his catch cam style in GCW Bloodsport. Oof.
Still need to see that matchup.
You really do. It was so damn good. You really do. It was a good show. Irish whip. Crucifino gets the boot up. Creates separation with him and Miles Bourne. Rolls out of the way. Tag to Stacks. Now Stacks right now with the hot tag here. Double leg takedown. Falls in right now. The side headlock and just teeing it off of Miles Bourne. Beautiful drop kick follow up. Great offense here in the early going by Stacks. Taking control for the family. I do gotta wonder though if Tony D'Angelo is sending his sights on the Heritage Cup drop kick. Jeez, with the drop down by Damon Kemp. Could that mean that maybe Stacks and Crucifino could maybe go after the NXT Tag Team Championship? Maybe that's on the family's mind. Different business. Different dynamic.
It's always a possibility, but then again, we have to keep talking about it because it is looming. Who's to say that next week the family will still be in NXT? They could easily be drafted.
That's a fair
Another
point, too.
ready-made tag team for the new separate tag team titles.
Yeah, of course. We have the WWE Tag Team Championships and the World Tag Team Championships on each brand, respectfully, to your point, currently held by Awesome Truth. And, of course, A-Town Down Under on SmackDown. Big overhead back body drop by Damon Kemp. Of course, Damon Kemp, though, cover by Damon. Gets a 2 count. Damon Kemp's been down there for a little while as well. I mean, we're talking about these groups. Let's not forget, JJ, what if they're drafted as individuals? I mean, you look at the no quarter catch crew, whatever they're called. Damon Kemp has been down here for the longest NXT tenure, but Charlie Dempsey has already shown how gritty and how experienced he is in the ring. Cover 2. Gets a 2 count. Who's to say that factions and family members aren't drafted instead versus groups? I mean, again, we do not know what the cover, again, by Charlie Dempsey, 2 count. We don't know what's on the other side of the draft and how the landscape is truly going to shape. We just know things are never going to be the same again, according to what Ava Rain said, at least. Tag.
That's fair. I'm just remembering back to last year and how stables were drafted together.
Right.
So, I figure that would be the same type of thing. And yes, Damon Kemp has been there for a while.
Yes.
But with the fact that they just lost Drew Gulak, I don't think that they're going to lose another member of that team that quickly as we come back to full picture.
Again, I think it also comes down to who the general managers maybe think is that quality for their roster. Again, every match matters tonight, even the 6-man right here. Not only your led performance, but the win and loss. Shout out to Rage of Wrestling and Walter Cruz. Please follow him on the social media, folks. Good to see you in the chat, my friend. And again, anybody, referee, announcer, commentator, champion, faction or faction member can be drafted. Nice fall away. It's the 2 counts. That's the 2 count. Charlie Dempsey. Look for the kick. Charlie Dempsey. No. Fly, dragon screw leg whip. Takedown. Damn, that move has to suck. Now applying pressure to the left knee. Again, catch cam style. Shades of Billy Robinson changing position every 6 seconds if you look at his mental clock. And once again, trapping that left leg, preventing Stacks from reaching out to make the tag. But Stacks look for the enziguri. Charlie Dempsey scouted it, though. Stomp to the small of the bat, the waist lock. Stacks trying to fight back, though. Pushes Charlie Dempsey into his corner, though. Tag to Damon Kemp. Quick tag, though, to Miles Bourne. Might be looking for a little bit of tag team offense. Drop kick, suplex, deadlift. Beautiful combo cover by Bourne. Gets a 2 count. Just able to kick
Great
out.
double team move there with that drop kick into the German.
Yeah, about to say, there's some very good cohesion and double team offense, I'm seeing more out of the no quarter catch crew than I'm seeing out of the family. All I'm seeing out of the family is a bunch of brawling. Fisherman suplex with a bridge cover two. No. Perfect execution, by the way, by Charlie Dempsey. Now into the single leg crab. And that is cinched in deep. And of course, that's the leg that he dragon screwed into hyperextended, adding further pressure to that knee. Stacks right now looking to make it to his corner, crawl over for the tag, the underboss of the Tony D'Angelo family. And Charlie Dempsey again readjusting his position. Now a high ankle lock here. And get to it, Danziguri! That's one way to take him out. Miles Bourne, though, looking to play interception. Gets from the outside. Crucial moment here for Stats to make the tag. Tag to Crucifino as Bourne takes down the Don. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, was the tag made? Was the tag made? But now it was. I'm not sure if the tag was made at that moment ago. I thought it was. Referee discretion. And right now, whoa, man! Bourne goes flying. Kemp goes
Beautiful
flying.
belly to bellies by Tony D.
Big spine buster. Follow up on Charlie Dempsey. It's a cover. Hook the far leg and gets a 2 count. Miscommunication double stomp by Damon Kemp. Looking to break up the fall. And the Don has completely turned this match around. What's the Tony Dempsey over here? Oh, that chop block. Vicious chop block. That always is a difference maker. Quick tags again by Damon Kemp and Miles Bourne. Looking to isolate the Don. Oof. Fat drop suplex, never combination. Cover by Bourne on the Don. 2.5. I got to give credit where credit's due. I am extremely impressed right now with the low quarter catch crew. Ugh. Vicious knee, butterfly suplex, again with a bridge by Charlie Dempsey. Shoulders not down, shoulders down now, 2 count. And Stacks coming in afterwards with some further offense. Fast and furious action here by all 6 men. And once again, Miles Bourne goes, oh, man! That came out absolutely nowhere. Almost a shatter machine. Stays in the revival. There's a knee strike, though, to Crucifino. Now the full Nelson. Looking for the master lock. The Don able to escape. Hoisting up. Oh, God, what a power bomb. Forget about it. Cover 2. Tony D'Angelo just pinned the Heritage Cup champion.
Got to figure that'll put him in line for a match next week, maybe. Get that solidified, a Heritage Cup title match on night 2 of Spring Breakin'.
To your point, that is massive for Tony D'Angelo and the Tony D'Angelo family. Big win here tonight for all of them. Tremendous stuff. Take a look at the replay here. Look at the way Miles Bourne was hoisted up in what looked like a shatter machine. Saves the revival. Crucifino taken out with that ridiculous knee strike. And as Charlie Dempsey was looking for the full Nelson and master lock, push off the ropes. Pop up, powerbomb, forget about it. Tony D'Angelo with the 3 tonight. Well, Tony D'Angelo and the family, I think business might have just picked up for them. If they're not going to be paid back in cash, they'll be paid up in gold. Of course, the No Quarter Catch crew calls themselves the Heritage Cup champions. What's this? Let you relay what's going on here.
Well, backstage interview here with Baron Corbin being asked about what, if you knew what Braun was going to say in his retirement speech last week. Lexis Keane with a gift basket of sorts.
I guess Lexis thinks that Baron Corbin might be leaving NXT. Damn, Lexis King saying that Baron Corbin is just a freaking saddlebacker. That was weird. Damn. That dude is a tool bag. Well, that was an interesting confrontation. It was a little bit, a low blow of sorts, proverbial low blow. As we got as we go back inside the NXT arena for more women's action after the fallout with the women's locker room. Jada Parker looking to demonstrate what she's capable of and what she may be worth here, going one-on-one against Fallon Henry, of course, a former NXT Women's Champion. We already seen Jada Parker, not the lights out of the financial advisor in the Tony D'Angelo family. Women's singles action ahead here. Restaurant quality, picture-in-picture.
I thought they were making that match for next week.
Apparently
I'm gonna
not.
get it now. Well, while we have commercial here, we did get a $2 super chat from Walter Noah.
Yay!
Says, let's play a guessing game. One
right.
pick for each brand.
You want to go first?
Sure. I have a. Okay, it looks like he's talking for somebody from NXT to go to each brand, because he threw out Ilya for SmackDown and Mello for Raw. Raw for Ilya, SmackDown for Carmelo.
Oh, so he's
and
doing
then New Day to NXT.
So he just really started about one pick per brand.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Raw gets Roxanne Perez. Oh wait, each brand's first pick. So he wants to know who the number one draft pick will be. That's a lot tougher to do.
Yeah, dude, what you smoking?
That's a lot tougher to do because you got to figure they're going to have the number one draft picks be like they did last year. And freaking SmackDown is going to keep Cody Rhodes. And Raw will probably want to keep Damian Priest and the Judgment Day so that they can keep their champions lined up.
Which means NXT would probably keep their NXT women's or NXT men's champion. And I think which one's more valuable or more urgent or more, I would say, built her stock higher. I would think NXT's first pick would be Roxanne Perez to preserve theirs. Now, if you're going a little further as far as who does each brand get, that's a bit more of a flexible question that's more comfortable, I think, in answering because there's no doubt we want to see refreshed rosters. We want to see new opportunities, new stories, new challenges, new rivalries. So I look at WWE. I first look at Monday Night Raw, and I think Raw would pick up from – let me think about this a moment. I think Raw would pick up – God, that's actually a little tougher now that I think about it because there's so much. I do think Raw should pick up somebody from NXT, though. I'm still not sure.
We will have to come back to this as the action has started already.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Fallon Henley coming off the ropes. Jada Parker catches her, sets her up for a power slam. Fallon slides off the back there.
Yeah.
Fallon's got her in an arm wringer now.
And Jada Parker enters back with a forearm. And to your point, I'm sorry, folks, there is actually going on restaurant quality picture-in-picture. Jada Parker for faction taking on Fallon Henley as we are back here live. NXT Spring Breakin. Great flexibility by Fallon out of the corner. Of course, former Tessa Price. Shout out to my independent professional wrestling fans that know that. Drop toe hold. Jada dropped face first. And Fallon Henley taking control here. Of course, this all came up that combustible confrontation in the NXT Women's locker room. Oh! Big right hand. Straight out of Michigan. Henry,
better than being out the mud. You saw Fallon jaw-jacking a little bit with Lucian Price, Bronco Nima, and Scripps.
So much going through my mind right now as I hold my integrity. Armbringer here off that nice scissors cover attempt. And Fallon from the ropes, touching the clothesline again. Outspeeding Jada once again off the ropes. And Fallon Henry, another leg trip up. Ooh.
House call almost.
Yeah, sort of house call right there. Blocks the shot again out of the corner. Now Jada Parker, the Irish with the Jada, and found Henry, follows up out of the corner. Jada able to catch her, though, since they're up and over. Oh, man. And hung up across the top rope. Nasty landing.
That could break a rib. Those are not ropes like they call them. Those steel cable underneath that.
And get Jada Parker, though, crucial moment here to take advantage as he's teeing up and found Henry after suspending her in the corner across the second rope. Now Jada up the second is pushing down on Fallon Henry. Almost a
dropping that tank onto the midsection of Fallon Henley.
Yeah, how much does that tank work? That shoulder block right there.
Keeping her grip, though, keeping control, you see, Noah.
Well, control is important here, especially at this point of the match. After Fallon Henry had quite a hot start, we saw Fallon Henry had the speed advantage, especially. Since Jada Parker neutralized that, Jada Parker's been in control. And to your point, Jada Parker, of course, was part of the NXT Women's Breakout tourney. Here's the cover here. Hook on the far leg. Gets a 2 count. Still to come tonight also, we have Baron Corbin going one-on-one with Lexis King. Bear hug attempt here by Jada Parker trying to ragdoll Fallon Henry. Cut off the oxygen. Squeeze the life out of her. Keeping her towards center. Big headbutt, though, by Fallon Henry. This girl could be a little bit crazy as well as hardcore. Sunset flip up and over. Roll up on Jada. The 2 count. Jada with the reversal. Sits into it. Gets a 2 count of her own. Jada falls in. And just rips Fallon Henry down by the hair. Into another cover. And another 2 counts. Of course, we saw that relationship that Fallon Henry has with Kalani Jordan, and of course, via held 3 women that hope to be leaders, future champions here once again in NXT. Of course, again, the only one with champion experience, though, is Fallon Henry, being a former NXT tag team champion. You got to imagine, though, that again, even these two have aspirations on the NXT Women's North American Championship, if nothing else, or that tournament. Sideways lock here again. Focusing on the ribs of Fallon Henley here. This is very smart strategy, working over that core, especially after that move out of the corner. Fallon able to create separation.
Yeah.
Back elbow strike. Falls in again, and once again blocks. And big headbutt rock Jada Parker's jaw. I appreciate and admire that Fallon Henry is handling business on her own here versus nobody in her corner. Think that she get it done of her own. Big forearm shot there to Jada.
Can you put this between your legs?
Yes, I can. Fallon looking to follow up again here. Elbow strike back of the head. Teeing off. Combination offense by Fallon Henry. Face first into the knee. Now Fallon right now as Jada's down. Taking her back in. Face first. Fallon Henry. Here's the cover. Off the leg. It's a 2 count. Oof.
Fallon's starting to get frustrated here, Noah. She needs to keep her focus.
Yeah, she has to. She can't get frustrated here. She's in control, needs to maintain it. Big shot by Jada. Missed, though. Now Fallon out of the corner, up the second. A bit over. Jada right now looking to roll back in again. This is the clothesline. The waist lock attempt here by Jada Parker. Looking for the counter offense. Sideline. Oh, no. And Fallon sent into that rope. Bam! Drop hip check, cover, hook of the leg. And Jada Parker gets the win. And loses her weave in the process. And I will give Scripps credit. He didn't get involved, but he was the coach here saying that you had to get your leg closer to the cover. You had to pull that leg in closer, and she did. We go backstage now to Jessie Jane with Jasmine Nix. 0-6. One way ticket to highest attraction. Backstage promo, folks.
Sorry about that, guys. I was popping in thinking we were on commercial because when I saw the stream on YouTube, it was on commercial, but it turned out that this wasn't a grab for this match because it wasn't announced. That was my bad for popping in and chit-chatting. So, just want to say hi.
Hey, it's always nice to see the man whose name's on the marquee.
Should be kissing the ground that JC walks on.
Ooh, jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway, want to say hi. I'll pop out now.
Me too. I'm gonna end you.
Ooh, she's trying to end her. Gratitude is not an option, but a debt that you will repay to me.
Bold words from a toxic individual, as I think Thea Hill is trying to purge this toxicity, not only from Chase University, but honestly, probably from NXT. And I guess we'll see finally when this rivalry comes ahead next week on Spring Breakin. Of course, we know the WWE is a global phenomenon, and of course, appreciates the fans all over the world. Natalya, of course, involved in the WWE UK tour. Meanwhile, while Natalya's been on this rigorous tour schedule internationally, sold out tours, by the way, all across the United Kingdom, Lola Vice has been here in NXT preparing for this underground encounter. To your point, JJ, Lola Vice comes in here with that mixed MMA background, but Natalya comes in here with the pedigree of the Hart Dynasty.
Yeah, one of, if not the only female graduate of the Hart family dungeon. Natalya is not a slouch.
No.
She may not be a mixed martial artist, but she is trained in arguably the greatest training facility that there's ever has been.
And this isn't the Octagon. And speaking of which, there's the boat. Natalya looking to make history as her and Lola Vice will put pen to paper, make this match official for NXT Underground. Contract signing up next here at Spring Breakin. Okay, full commercial. I can breathe now for the moment and get this off my chest. That gimmick aside and that thick-ass weave, Jada Parker, impressive showing. But that was not easy for me. And that's one of those things that still irks me in the Mount Vesuvius simmering in my head, trying to keep those four words buried underneath the earth's crust. But I digress. Now, got full commercials.
I understand, sir, and I'm not a huge fan of them or their gimmick either, but I'm not going to sit here and try to ridicule them the way that you do sometimes, bro. They're in developmental. Let them develop their gimmick.
Gimmick given.
I mean, that's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah. You work with what you're given, not what you created. So, I mean, at the end of the day, power to them for trying to make something work. And we'll see if that works. That being
And you
said,
talked about how right now you've got a moment to catch your breath. It may only be for a moment, good sir, because while they're on full commercial, I am going to throw to a quick commercial, and we're going to show everybody all the other watch longs we've got in store across the multiverse of media.
There you go.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
As I always eloquently say, all the wrestling, 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 all the professional wrestling. Damn it! Anyway, Again, folks, that's a ton of stuff, and not even everything, because you know, there's going to be more in the summer. I guarantee you that, folks. So again, keep along with us here for the ride. Hashtag we're going to die. I will survive. Here's the JMN Multiverse of Media live watching event schedule for 2024 all the way into 2025 and beyond. That being said, JJ, just all the wrestling.
Yep. Trying to go back to Walter's draft question here while we have a few more moments. Since he said go ahead and answer it however we seem fit because of how difficult it is.
Okay.
Last year we saw Triple H try to put all the couples together.
Yes.
To my knowledge, there's only one couple that currently is not together.
Yes.
And that's Tiffany Stratton, the girlfriend of Ludwig Kaiser.
And a former.
So I see one of them switching brands so that they can then be together like all the other couples.
Yeah.
Becky and Seth, Bianca and Tez. Charlotte and Andrade is another one as well. Because Andrade is currently a Raw talent. And Charlotte is currently a SmackDown talent, technically. But Charlotte is also out on injury. So maybe make Charlotte a free agent, able to go to whatever brand that she wants to go, and then when she's ready for her return, she can come to Raw.
I'm just going to say this right now also, to your point. Last year, No Mercy, it was Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton contending for the NXT Women's Championship after Becky Lynch beat Tiffany Stratton, who's the champion now Monday Night Raw. The man, run it back on the grander stage. I can see Tiffany Stratton going to Raw. But I actually just found out this name from NXT, despite the fact I still think he should go after the one thing he's been looking for this entire time. Speaking of NXT, I'll say that real quick in a moment. As Kelly
JD McDonough.
Yep. The Irish Ace himself, former NXT Cruiserweight Champion. And also a guy with no love lost to Ilya Dragunov. JD thinking that's going
he's got his money on Ilya. It says if you're going to beat Ilya, you got to hospitalize him.
Oh, Big Shot Boy! Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne!
This is cool how they've got all the old NXTers coming back for this big main event match. It really helps give it that big fight feel.
And it also shows how interconnected the brands are. What? Pete Dunne, come on, man. Give us one. Thank you, Kelly Kincaid, former Quinn McKay.
Butch might have done it. Pete Dunne says, fuck that.
Pete Dunne doesn't know how to have fun. Anyway, as we get ready for this contract, this is a unique contract signing facility. Ava Rain in the ring, no ropes. Breaking glass ceiling. Well, you're definitely doing that. Give you. You're all right, JJ.
It's funny. She said breaking glass. I almost expected Austin's music to hit. Just.
Accompanied by Carmen Petrovich, the GOAT, former multiple-time WWE Women's Champion, Natalya.
And it's funny, you said multi-time women's champion. What's sad is that in her damn near almost 20-year career, she's only been world champion twice.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's still multi-times. But not compared to people like a Becky Lynch, who is now a 7-time champion and has been there half the time of Natalya.
As Natalya puts pen to paper and signs on the dotted line, has taken a liking and respect to Carmen Petrovich. Both these women, by the way, from Canada, so there's a connection right there. And you got to love Natalya. How can you not love Natalya? 24 years experience, folks. Meanwhile, you have this unknown prospect in professional wrestling, let's call it what it is, with a MMA background, Lola Vice, who's been making this very personal against both Carmen Petrovic and Natalya. And this really boiled over, JJ, when Carmen Petrovic got the better of Lola Vice one time. And Natalya saw that and noticed the disrespect that Lola was showing. But this has gotten personal to the point that Lola Vice has been using Natalya's own sharpshooter, saying that not only can she knock her out, she can out-wrestle her. With that, it's official. I say, who's in her corner? What? Okay.
Oh, just because I shake my ass doesn't mean I can't kick your ass.
Well, again, to your point, if people don't know, Lola Vice is Valerie Loretta, a mixed martial arts competitor.
Next week, I will break you.
Put some respect on that.
The difference between them is Natalya respects where she came from. Because she doesn't respect Natalya. She doesn't respect that she was made in the dungeon.
Damn right.
If you can survive the dungeon, you can survive anything.
Generational leader.
She respects the superstars of the past and the present, and if Lola's going to be one of the next generation, she's going to beat some respect into her.
There you go.
She's the boat chant from the NXT faithful.
Multiple time Guinness World Records breaker. Damn!
Yeah. Come on, Natty.
I haven't seen this fire on Natalya in a while. Green partner. Making it fast. What? Oh, dear God! You got
The Queen of Spades is in Lola Vice's corner as she takes on the Queen of Hearts.
And the former NXT Women's Champion, JJ Shayna fucking Baszler! Whoa!
This just got interesting, Noah.
Okay, that's as legit as it gets, and I can actually say I care about this. If you want to talk about somebody that lives in the underground, nobody holds a candle to Shayna Baszler. Also former mixed martial artist, might I add. The Queen of Spades is back!
She took on Masha Slamovich at the GCW Bloodsport show as well.
And stopped her
We were talking about it earlier in regards to Charlie Dempsey.
Yep.
She was on the same card.
And stomped her face into submission.
Shayna saying Natty's chances have gone from slim to none.
Accurate. Okay. Well, Natalya's never backed down from anything in her life, but this might be one battle that she is in over her head. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Uh-oh.
Oh, insult thrown to Carmen Petrovich.
She just knocked her out with a head kick.
Took out the Queen of Spades.
And somebody turned about Natalya, and it's on here, folks. It's official here. Oh, Lola Vice thrown into the spectators. Carmen Petrovic and Natalya are ready to head into the underground next week, where Lola Vice stands on the opposite side alongside training partner Shayna Baszler. Someone's going to give here in this fight.
But look at who's standing tall, Noah. Natty and Carmen.
Yeah.
Laws of averages mean that means that Lola and Shayna will take it next week.
I got to be honest with
we
you,
see
JJ.
Ridge Holland arriving and cutting a bit of a promo as he arrives.
well, we'll
The
tell 'em
chairman,
about that.
Sean Spears, in the parking lot with them. Hold that thought, Noah.
Whoa.
Sean Spears has been trying to get Ridge to embrace what he's capable of. His history of injuring people and injuring himself. Wants him to let the rage out. Says you can't rile me up. I'll be seeing you.
Interesting confrontation there, where I do wonder if Sean Spears might be getting more inside Rich Holland's head than I previously thought. As we go back inside the NXT arena, time for a beach brawl as we see Sobruka go one-on-one once again with the person that injured her, the top Ganjin, Blair Davenport. Blair Davenport meets Sobruka next in a beach brawl here at NXT Spring Breakin. Okay, so first off, I will say this. NXT actually made me care about Underground and WWE being in the same sentence for the first time ever. I'm ready for this next week. What I'm also ready for, and I can't believe I'm saying this is how far Triple H has actually made me care about WWE again, and your passion. We now know for the WWE Undisputed Championship, it will be the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes' first defense going one-on-one against phenomenal AJ Styles in France at Backlash. And we will be covering that here, folks, 1 week from Saturday at noon Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific, with our pre-show. Stay tuned for more of that here at the JMN Multiverse of Media. I was also going to say, because this doesn't feel like it's going to be a wrestling match, it's going to be like a legit fight. We might want to get Rata Cruz on the call just for that Underground match, JJ, for real.
Yeah, I was already looking forward to this Underground match because obviously it had Natalya in it. But the addition of Shayna Baszler now, I'm really invested in this. And again, all of these people that we're seeing come into this, all the people from the main roster that are kind of coming back to NXT to make their voices heard in regards to the show and be involved, really adding that big fight feel to things and making people take note of my NXT. You figure you've got Datilla watching these next 2 weeks. Popped into the chat earlier. She doesn't watch NXT on a regular basis, but here's all of these people that she does watch on the main roster who made their name in both your NXT, like Shayna Baszler, and my NXT. And that just adds more intrigue to the show's hopefully long term.
I thought you were going to say the brand's value because, again, the yellow bridges through the red and the blue, as it looks like all three brands are looking to take things to a whole different level too. And Ava Reigns backing up her claim that NXT will never be the same again after tonight. And to your point to further that, I don't watch NXT at all, but I do look at the highlights, well, for the women's division, but there have been other things that have been trivia about the men. And next week, you've already got me extremely invested in at least one thing. That NXT Underground match is going to be something very interesting and very physical. And for those that don't know, by the way, Lola Vice, again, is a former MMA fighter. She has had a total of 5 matches, and she only lost 1. She won 2 by knockout and 2 by decision overall by the judges. So she's a force to be reckoned with, and matched up against Shayna Baszler's record that highly goes above that. It's truly MMA versus the foundation of professional wrestling in the underground in NXT, and I'm all in on it. So I'm looking very forward to seeing how this plays out. I better get a tail the tape. Anyway, that being said,
yeah.
Again,
I feel bad to a certain extent for Lola because a lot of people look at Lola and they just see this fiery Latina with a nice ass.
Yeah.
And they don't really, I know, Noah, but rock with me on this, but they don't really give her the opportunity to look at her and realize that not only is she a Latina with a nice ass, but she's a badass as well. You wouldn't traditionally expect someone to be as good of an MMA fighter as she is by judging her and looking at her. It's the proverbial don't judge a book by its cover scenario.
Hey, she contended.
You look at her and you wouldn't expect it.
No.
You look at Shayna Baszler, you'd expect a woman like Shayna Baszler to be a badass.
Well,
You look
yeah.
at a woman like Lola Vice, you wouldn't necessarily expect it on first glance. People need to not sleep on Lola Vice. She very easily could be the leader of the future of my NXT once this draft is over next week.
Well, while you bring that resolution,
especially if we lose people like a Roxanne Perez or a Lyra Valkyria.
Right. Well, while you're bringing that positive potential final resolution to your brand, Final Testament looks to bring their own form of pain and revelation to everything within the NXT landscape. TikTok, Karrion Kross, former NXT champion, Authors of Pain, former NXT tag team champions on Paulo Ellering are back in NXT. And I'll tell you this, JJ, you wasn't around when you watched it, but you damn sure know about Authors of Pain were one of the most dangerous, dominant, violent NXT champions in this brand's history. So you might want to fall and pray for Axiom and Nathan Frazier because their days very well may be numbered as the newest book of pain is to be written.
Black and gold never dies. Did you see that at the end of their video?
I did, and I respect that, especially looking at the nope, gonna be nice. I gotta wonder what's going through Axiom and Nathan Frazier's minds. Oh, give me a break. You hypocrites. Did that dude just break a mirror?
Yep, 7 years of bad luck. Got the LWO, got Chase U, got Idris Anofi and Malik Blade, the Good Brothers, of course, Axiom and Nathan Frazier. Looked like half of Hank and Tank back there as well. Lots of members of the NXT tag team roster for that segment as we get ready for our beach brawl.
Okay, first off, before I try and hold my integrity for another gimmick match, as we're not at the beach, we're inside the Performance Center, and so Ruka is looking to surf the waves on Blair Davenport's back. The shattered reflection of the NXT Tag Team Championship might be a freaking sign of things to come. Meanwhile, Hang 10.
Blair Davenport is using a boogie board to beat up Sol Ruka.
Yeah, I don't need to comment on this match. This is the JJ match right here because I expect all the possible Beach Boys references and sunny side up thoughts you could bring here as we have beach balls.
I will do my best now that you've hyped it up.
Well, I mean, we got beach balls in the ring where there should be going around the audience having a freaking fling. What the hell?
Got a floaty, hoop floaty.
There's no disqualification here, folks, by the way. Pinfall submission inside the ring. And right now, Soruka is using everything possible that you would find your local recreational center beach setting. Clothesline, rebound with a floaty. Looking to make sure Blair Davenport sinks. How the fuck am I going to call this? What the fuck is I doing? Soruka right now, of course, we know this stems from the fact that Blair Davenport was a hidden assailant that injured Soruka, put her on the shelf for several months. And of course, since her return, Blair Davenport has not been able to get ahead. Great athleticism, though, by Soruka with the native athletic background, part of the new program, by the way. Talked about who could be leaders of the next generation of NXT. We talked about potential candidates for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Soruka was one of the brightest upsides to her personality. Oh, man, but hardly able to withstand that impact as he's thrown into that picnic table, I believe. The Davenport right now looking to hoist her up, send her into the kiddie pool. I can't believe I just said that. Front face lock, the body shots, the forearm. I just want to put this out there. It's not summer. It's freaking midwinter post-spring. Damn it. Anyway, I'm trying so hard. Oh, my gosh. Every 5. 1 step, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Simple as that. As far as my fandom, as far as me keeping my integrity intact, from face first inside that still ring post, though. So Ruka's still wearing that knee brace over that surgery-repaired knee. Trying to find something to use. Boogie boarding Blair Davenport right now. Can't believe I just called that. Still to come tonight, of course, our main event for the NXT Championship. And now we got a steel chair coming into play. Looking to follow ups. And so Ruka able to counter. And of course, Blair Davenport, previous challenger for the NXT Women's Championship. So Ruka gets to have the opportunity. Nice escape out of the hip toss. Oh, it's set face first into the kiddie pool.
Was that an X Factor into the kiddie pool filled with balls like a ball pit?
I was going to say that was a wipeout, but yeah, let's go with that. And right now, so Ruka, hang 10.
Surfs up.
There's a moment of the action here at Restaurant Quality, picture-in-picture.
Sorry about that. For some reason, I lost my signal all of a sudden, and it completely booted me from StreamYard.
Yeah, all good. Sometimes it happens. Internet sometimes is what it is, and so are gimmick settings in WWE. What the fuck? Anyway.
You know what, though? This is really fun. Say what you will, but couldn't you see Orange Cassidy doing something like this? Come on.
Not
a beach brawl. One of his moves
seen...
is the beach break. Like, come on, you could totally see him doing something like this.
Yeah, well, he's only been in Lights Out, to my knowledge, and Arcade Anarchy. So I mean, you know, go with the gimmick, I guess.
This is fun though. Like, I have never seen a beach brawl, and this is just entertaining to me.
Well, everyone's got their own form of entertainment. Just like comedy, it's all subjective.
Exactly. I mean, this match wasn't going to be freaking Bryan Danielson, Will Ospreay. So let's have a little bit of fun. It's Spring Breakin'. We have a beach brawl. So Ruka's a surfer gimmick. And if anybody is going to help get her over with all this insanity, it's Blair Davenport. It just works.
And so does using a bucket against someone's spine, apparently, without sand in it. Action continues here. Restaurant Quality, picture-in-picture. Boogie board right now. Waylaying So Ruka here. For those that don't know, to be a little bit of a serious note to your point about Blair Davenport's level of potential in pushing forward So Ruka. Blair Davenport, of course, 28 years of experience. 11 years in the game, former champion in Stardom, tag team champion, trios champion, SWA Undisputed Women's World Champion, champion out of her home country of Australia for World of Sports and Defiant Women's Wrestling and WCPW. Of course, was also previously involved in AEW for a short stint. As I said, previously challenged at least twice for the NXT Women's Championship. But again, she's been the resident bully, the resident assassin, hit girl of NXT, attacking the likes of Nikita Lyons, So Ruka, Fallon Henry, Roxanne Perez, and of course, the still not badly cleared Wendy Chu. And all that is coming back to bite her here at the beach in a brawl. And So Ruka right now with steel chair in hand. Oh, man, what a drop kick. So Ruka sent to the outside off of that. Blair Davenport right now looking to capitalize here. Well, at least the ref isn't in freaking Bermuda shorts and sandals. Oh, it's sent through the
No, but if it was Aubrey Edwards, she would be.
Hey, that's different. She would be on a boat.
It would be like the Jericho Cruise.
Yeah, you respect Aubrey Edwards where she's the most appropriate in any setting. Unlike some people in this
I'm not messing with her on this one. I'm just saying it would be like the Jericho Cruise. She would totally be doing that thing.
Kick out. Gotta have that ambience. And also 90 degrees, you'd be ridiculous to wear freaking pants. Again, when summer rolls around, I very well may not be in a suit. I'm just saying. Might just be vest. And right now, Blair Davenport looking to further punish So Ruka here, trapping the arms, modified accolade of sorts with a chair assist. We are back here at NXT Spring Breakin'. It's a beach brawl, folks, in the middle of spring, winter, postseason. So we're going one-on-one with Blair Davenport, and right now Blair working over the neck of Soruka. Just been battering
Really
each other.
quickly, we did get a $5 super chat from Walter, kind of pertains to this match. Remember when WCW had Bash at the Beach and the Rain on the Beach? They missed the opportunity to do that here. I get why they didn't, but imagine doing that.
Well,
That would be awesome.
I would have bought into it more, to be honest, because I could see somebody literally getting a pants full of sand or something like that. No sand to be found here. Off the bottom rope, nice springboard, back elbow strike, and Soruka right now looking to build momentum here. And again, the athleticism background of Soruka plays to her advantage. Kick to the jaw right now. Soruka, beautiful standing moves up. With the knee.
Honestly, I would kind of like to see them do that with Heat Wave. Do it on a beach every summer.
I don't know if Toronto has beaches. I was just relaxing on the boardwalk, out of the sun, people falling in love, including women. Anyways, a whole different conversation. Oh!
Beautiful super kick from Blair Davenport.
Super kick.
And one back from Soruka as a receipt.
Well, again, you know what I could do? I could do better. And up in the fireman's carry, what's Soruka looking for here? Whoa! Nice transition, high stack, matchbook cover, 2 count only. And Blair Davenport finding a way to continue. Take a look at this, JJ. Planted, high stack on that cover, and Blair Davenport able to find a way out. And Soruka maybe looking for Soldier. Oh, no! Big shot by Blair Davenport. The German suplex out of the corner of the cover. Hook the leg. 2.5.
Almost had her there. Nice deep hook on that pinfall.
Yeah, near fall for Blair Davenport off that ridiculous superplex, short range out of the corner.
Now Blair's got Soul's surfboard that she came to the ring with. Got it set up there against the ring post.
Of course, those that don't know, Soruka comes in here with a background in acrobatics and tumbling, which is why she is quite the athletic, agile flipper. And what is this here? Looking to walk the barricade.
Ooh.
And that catwalk allowed her to fall face first into the other barricade.
Clearing off the table there, Noah.
Now, we've seen what's
happening.
That's
not a standard table. That's the type of table you would find at a barbecue, a park bench.
Yeah, about to say. And I think that Blair Davenport's looking to send Soruka through it the hard way via superplex. It was April, by the way, that she had ruptured her ACL, which is why she wears that brace and had that long-term absence. Oh, dear God. And Soruka right now with Blair Davenport hook in the back pat position. Boom, man! Back body drop, back variation through the damn picnic table.
I almost thought she was going to go for her soul snatcher and drop her through the table.
Well, again, what lengths is Soruka willing to go to make sure that Blair Davenport sinks? How far are you willing to go to get revenge?
Throws her into the ring.
That's Soruka right now taking advantage in this beach brawl here. Once again, going back inside. Blair Davenport, worse for wear here. Huge chance for Soruka off the second rope. Soul Snatcher! Face first, the Blairboard cover! Till Soruka wins the beach brawl. Hang 10 on that
Great
one.
air there, too.
Well done. Soruka getting a good dose of revenge tonight against Blair Davenport. Her ideal setting at the beach, getting the better of the top gadget in this brawl. Take a look at this, by the way. That backdrop off the barricade through the picnic table, and you called it perfectly, the Soul Snatcher. That ridiculous show of athleticism by the tumbler allows Soruka to get the win over Blair Davenport tonight at Spring Breakin. And maybe finally, Soruka can look forward to smoother waves on her way to maybe becoming a champion. Jake Williams talking to
Trick on the phone with his mom.
Oh, that's what?
Apparently his mom's going through something with the doctor. or brother or somebody.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
Johnny Wrestling. Shawn Michaels is here.
And let's not forget a former NXT champion and a guy that was in that spot Trick was in, put it all on himself. And at one point on the grandest stage, finally became NXT champion. And tonight's big pressure. And I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
if Trick loses, he's gone from NXT.
Think about how many times that Johnny Gargano lost against Les Tommaso Ciampa finally got the better of him. Think about how long Johnny Gargano went up against Adam Cole, beat him for his NXT championship.
Hell of a rah-rah speech here by Johnny Wrestling. Reminding Trick that even though he's lost to Dragunov in the past, he's not the same man. You need to use that betrayal from Mello, that anger, and use it to slay the dragon here.
Oh, different spirit. Whoop that Trick. Trick wins right now. All or nothing. Is it his night or is it his last night? Again, you can't get more of a ringing endorsement or a pep rally talk than the former NXT himself, Johnny Wrestling. Big, 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 big pressure on Trick Williams to, even though it's not called that, stand deliver. And again, as we talked about, JJ, in partnership with the UFC under the TKO Promotions, NXT Battleground will be the first of the event held at the UFC Aplex. WWE bringing the event to the UFC facility in Las Vegas. And again, folks, whether it's just me, whether it's somebody else, we will be coming here. NXT Battleground Las Vegas, Sunday, June 9th from the UFC Aplex, here at the JMN Live Watch Show events at the JMN Multiverse of Media. All right, as we go back inside the arena, from smooth waters to rocky oceans, Baron Corbin here now to burn down the ships. Baron Corbin is one of those that I also do wonder about his place in the WWE and whether or not he will be involved in the draft. And after this uprise in NXT, why Lexis King might be looking to say, bon voyage. Baron Corbin, Lexis King, one-on-one next, NXT, Spring Breakin. Well, as we have another full commercial break here, I will say this. Again, everything in professional wrestling is subjective. Maybe I do hold myself and my critique and my outlook to a different level of expectations and presentation, execution. But you're right. WWE tends to do things more often than not in fun, in flexibility, in character showcasing. And why I still have some things I don't agree with, that for Saruka actually made a lot of damn sense, especially the fact that she got the win. I just hope it means that you don't do Blair Davenport and Saruka again, move them both forward, or have Blair Davenport soak and turn to a different character again. Because so far, the top Ganja has done duly squat in NXT. And so Ruka is on the rise since coming back from her torn ACL. And hopefully it's for a longer term being. Don't get injured again, damn it. Jesus.
I would beg to differ, Noah. Blair Davenport has done plenty as the top Ganjan, as an experienced veteran in this business, world traveled. She has helped to get some of these younger talents over. That has been her role. Think of her as like a Maiko Santamura. She's been getting all these girls that have been coming through, never really wrestled before in their life, or maybe only been around the scene for a couple years before WWE snatched them up. You take a girl like Thea Hale, who's 20 years old, you put her in there with a Blair Davenport. Now Thea Hale wrestles like she's been doing this for like 5 years. Blair Davenport has been that utility player to get these girls ready. And as a thank you, I could almost see her getting drafted to one of the main brands.
All right.
Throw her in a feud with somebody like a Chelsea Green. Throw her in a feud with somebody like an Ivy Nile up on the main roster or a Maxine Dupree. Oh my God, Maxine would benefit working with someone like Blair Davenport. Throw her in a feud with a Jade Cargill, who people still think needs to improve. Let Blair Davenport help get Jade Cargill over.
I guess as long as she's not thrown to an IKEA tag team, I could almost buy that rather passionate pontification from you. That's the only thing at this point that I have right now. Your NXT Women's Division, like I said, is the standout division in WWE. The rest need massive work and changing.
And even if you're going to throw her into an IKEA tag team, put her on SmackDown, align her with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Last year's NXT call-ups, let her work with them. Have a nice little trio there to take on the big three.
All right. We'll see.
And then you splinter that off and you can have Blair going after singles titles and you can have Alba and Isla going after the tag titles.
Like I said, WWE and NXT is a lot better than what it used to be. Is it still my must-see? No. But this draft has me extremely intrigued, more than I've been probably since, honestly, 2003. So, with that being said, I'll give it a chance. Even
now you want to talk about the TikTok rejects. We're seeing video reels literally from TikTok and Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend of the Metaphor as they ride to the NXT live event that was in Orlando over the weekend. So you have the TikTok rejects sharing TikTok reels, Noah.
This is why TikTok needs to be banned in the U.S. I said what I said. I don't give a fuck who I pissed off. All right, let's go back inside the arena here before I go on a social media tangent. As Lexis King rolls in on his throne to go one-on-one against Baron Corbin. Again, I'm mixed on other things, but that's a different conversation. Again, Lexis King right now, again, has been creating every opportunity he can to let the world know that a new king's on the rise. And of course, he was basically saying to Baron Corbin his goodbyes, giving him a little bit of a fruit basket and a gift package send-off, saying that he's on his way back up to Raw or SmackDown. But again, like I said, ever since Baron Corbin's been back in NXT, he arguably has been more complete than ever before. And I almost wonder if Baron Corbin wants to leave NXT. Call it tie up.
I feel like his return to NXT has done really good for him. Like, he was seriously floundering beforehand, and now he's been a tag team champion. First championship in, what did he say, like 8 years, 7 years, something like that? Like,
correct.
Baron Corbin has found a career resurgence coming back to NXT, and I don't think he's in a hurry to leave it. Yeah, you get drafted to SmackDown. You go rejoin Braun Breaker. You do the Wolf Dogs on the main roster. And then within a year, you guys have broken up and you're back in catering.
Damn. That's probably accurate. Baron Corbin right now getting the better of Lexis King. Of course, Lexis King, people may know in a different life. The cover, two, with both legs. The son of one, Brian Pillman. A bit of a different form of a loose cannon here. Up-and-coming superstar versus established superstar. Baron Corbin off the ropes, takes down Lexis King with the shoulder block. And it's one of those things, though, where you let your mouth overload your ass, you jaw jack, and you get the opportunity, but do you regret it? I mean, again, Lexis King, to your point, he's in there with a former NXT Tag Team Champion, WWE United States Champion, WWE King of the Ring, and of course, will be covering King of the Ring next month for the JMN Multiverse of Media, emanating from virtually Saudi Arabia. Oh, shot to the body. And we already know a few of the participants.
Also a former Mr. Money in the Bank, and didn't he also win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
Yes, he did. To your point, again, the resume of Baron Corbin heavily outweighs cover the ego trip that Lexis King's been on since being involved in NXT. Okay, got one right now. Still to come tonight, of course, our main event, and it is up next for the NXT Championship. Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams. If Trick loses, though, he has to leave NXT. It's all or nothing for Trick Willie. And right now, Baron Corbin, after getting blasted in the knee, Lexis King capitalizing here. And a stop on the front, Lexis King finding downright dirty shades of old Baron Corbin, which I'm sure Baron Corbin doesn't appreciate, but can respect the snapmare. Oh, man. Mean kick to the spine, lining him up. And now King now just wearing down Baron Corbin here. Continue with onslaught of offense. Follow up, lateral press, gets a 1 count. It's one of those things, though, where, again, all that jaw-jacking by Lexis King, calling out Baron Corbin for what he is, again, might come back to haunt him. And I feel like, again, he might just be trying to use Baron Corbin's past against him. Basically say that he's just nothing without Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker was the guy that helped you go over in NXT. And now you're just pretending. Now that he's gone, you're still here thinking that you still matter. Get to the midsection. Lexis King right now, once again, taking advantage. Irish with the arm, Irish with reversal, throwing up the ropes. Catches him with a knee strike. Take him down again at the knees. And Lexis King, once again, keeping control here. Follow up, clothesline to the back of the head. Shoots the half, hook on the far leg, and a 2 count. Imagine what a win over Baron Corbin would do, though, for Lexis King's career, JJ. No. Want to make sure that he's all right. Oh, knife chop. Big drop kick by Lexis King. Follow up again. Big clothesline by Baron Corbin. Turns Lexis King inside out. And Corbin follows up with the clothesline in the corner. And now Corbin's in control. Up and over, bat body drop. Baron Corbin with the front face lock, hoisting up Lexis King. Oh! With that cutter, here's the cover. 2, no!
No.
There we go. Everything good, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep getting the cutout here, so when I start to hear it go glitchy, I make sure I don't say anything. That way I don't come off as Rero.
Oh, okay. So things are re-rolling. Daggone technology. Just want to make sure you're good. I mean, if you have...
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Well, I'm going to refresh during commercial just to make sure, because I want to make sure we're perfectly workable on StreamYard. Super kick during the main event. Dadgum freaking internet. Double A takedown, the jackknife cover. Feet on the ropes. Looking for leverage. Nearly gets caught.
Referee sees it.
Thankfully. And Lexis King might argue with the official. Baron Corbin like to take advantage of the fireman's carry. Death Valley driver. Cover. 2. No. I thought that was it right there. And right now, referee. Oh, a low blow. And the crowd clearly saw it. And it coronates Baron Corbin. And gets the win. To my point earlier, Lexis King with the biggest win of his career. Hook and by crook, JJ.
Funny thing is would you have said that earlier this year if Corbin hadn't become tag champs with Braun Breaker? That was the biggest win of his career? You know, that run that he had with Braun, I feel like elevated him back up to where you could say something like that about him.
I suppose that's true. People's choice versus people's hate. And meanwhile, you see capacity crowd on hand being filled in by NXT veterans, Johnny Gargano, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Creed Brothers, Ivy Nile, all coming in here front row seat for our main event for the NXT Championship. Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams. Big fight field here tonight at Spring Breakin. I'm going to refresh just to make sure we're both perfectly not re-rolled because I haven't seen you re-rolling. I just saw you quietly, and then I don't think I'm re-rolling at all. My feed's been perfect from my side, so refresh, see you in 5.
All right. And I'm going to go ahead and reboot my side of things.
Sounds good. Again, folks, thank you for tuning in so far to our coverage of NXT Spring Breakin Week 1. It has been a very unique night. We are getting ready now for our main event tonight. It is Ilya Dragunov defending the NXT Championship against Trick Williams. It is third time singles encounter ever. This time, all or nothing, going for broke. Trick Williams putting everything on the line for if he loses, he must leave NXT. Ilya, Trick said to Ilya, if I can't beat you, I don't belong in NXT. And he accepted the challenge. Tonight, we're either going to whoop that Trick or Trick leaves. After finally putting down Trick Mello game, there is nothing between these two. Emotionally, mentally, physically, standing between them now in this main event as we wait for JJ to once again rejoin the feed. It started last year in Heatwave, where Trick Williams took a chance on himself to see that he could hang with the best. Then he asked John Cena, when was it your time? When did you know it was your time? Never got the answer. But clearly Trick Williams got the answer he needed. He won the Iron Survivor Challenge. He faced the Dragunov, took him to the limit at Vengeance Day. And now finally for the last time, Trick Williams, Ilya Dragunov go one-on-one. And they finish it for the NXT Championship at Spring Breakin. Oh boy. Commercial break, which is perfect. All right, folks, we're on a full commercial right now. So again, thank you for tuning in to our coverage so far. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell friends, super chat at Casting Studio. Support my friends. Super chat here at the JMN Multiverse of Media. It allows us to continue to do this for all of you. And again, super chat is a simple stuff if you want to dictate the conversation, donate to dictate. And that's fair. But get back here, bro. Regardless, you deserve this. This is your brand. But that being said, folks, I hope you enjoyed this. We'll be back, of course, for week 2, 1 week from the day. And, of course, stay tuned for all the upcoming content here you will find here at the JMN Multiverse of Media. You already saw Step Boy Sports Bar. Of course, we have the Greg Cherry Show tomorrow. We got Meech's Musings. We, of course, have the Dash not always on wrestling. And, of course, at the end of the week, you have the weekly Saturday Night Shenanigans hosted by the Renegade JJ Wednesday, our open mic night. This week, it is game show night, as we will have Jeff motherfucking Meecham also part of the festivities in a different capacity as we bring you Match Game. So much more here, 24/7, 365, courtesy of the JMN Multiverse of Media. So please become a part of the fun and the family and community today. Support all the friends of the JMN Multiverse of Media. JJ, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
All right. Well, hopefully this will stay like this, but like I put in the chat as I was booting up, could be a few different things on my end. We've had really hot days here lately, so it could be the extreme heat. We also just received a wind advisory for the evening, so it could be the heavy winds.
Dang.
You know, we'll see what happens, but hopefully rebooting like I just did will solve everything so that at least the main event will go out without a glitch and then the show will be over. So, you know.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, all that matters is that you get to whoop that Trick and try and irk me. And we call this together because this could be Trick Williams' last stand or Ilya Dragunov's last day as the czar of NXT. Something gives tonight ahead of the WWE draft in the main event for the NXT Championship, and all eyes will be watching with bated breath and listening to us glitched, re-rolled, in sync or not, because this fucking matters, damn it. This is professional wrestling. This is for the NXT Championship. This is our main event, and I need this feed to get back to this show ASAP. Give these two as much time as possible. Let's whoop that trick. Let's see who gets whooped. Let's see who deserves to be the face of NXT. Damn it. Anyway.
All right, Noah. You're in Las Vegas. Guns to your head. You're forced to bet who you've got your money on.
Don't put me on the spot. Everything in my heart feels like this has been defined to be Trick's time. But everything in my mind feels like Ilya Dragunov refuses to leave his throne until he finds somebody worthy enough to take it all on their own. If you put this much stock in Trick Williams and this investment and respect into him, if he doesn't hold up to it, not only does he not belong in NXT, he's not ready for Raw or SmackDown in WWE. I have to go with Trick Williams getting the win tonight and finally becoming the face of your NXT. I pick Trick.
I agree.
Where everything is truly going to change and things get shaken up starting Friday Night SmackDown in Cincinnati. Time to see once again who will be NXT champion. Shout out to Ja Real, who apparently provided tonight's NXT Loud official theme, Paradise. You can get that on your Spotify or Apple Music if you choose. So, again, as we know, JJ, we're coming back next week. Let's go ahead and talk about the card. Go ahead and take it away.
Thea Hale versus JC Jane. After all these months, these two finally get their one-on-one encounter. NXT Underground, Lola Vice with the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler in her corner, versus the Queen of Hearts with Carmen Petrovich in her corner. We also got the North American title on the line, apparently, as Ivar challenges Obafemi. Big, meaty men slapping meat here, Noah. This should be a all-out brawl.
No kidding. Oh,
tag
boy.
titles will be on the line, as well as Nathan Frazier and Axiom take on the Authors of Pain with the Final Testament in their corner.
But, JJ, that's night 2. To close out week 1, we go now to our main event. There you see the Za of NXT. Moments away from the most important match of its NXT Championship run. Forever. Either Dragunov forever, unbreakable. What?
Whoa. Nice. The Archer of Infamy, the World Heavyweight Champion, wishing Ilya Dragunov, the Mad Dragon, good luck.
As we go over to the challenger side of things, there you see Trick Williams. Outside Byron Saxton. Biggest match of Trick Williams' career. Or the chump.
They've got Byron Saxton down here to interview him, dude. That shows how big they're treating this.
Big Fight Field, man. It's the most important match in your brand's history to date. Some men are never the same after a result. He says he's going to live with the result regardless, whether he wins or loses. Put up a shot time, Trick. This is your last chance. Here we go.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I like it. That's right. Yeah. Get it. Come on, Noah.
there.
Your turn.
Oh, fine. I like it. Oh, yeah, man. That's Trick. Yeah. It's Trick Williams. He's ready, dog. All right. That's the blackest thing I've done, and I'm mixed. Okay. It is the end of the games as we know it. It is the playoff finale. It is the biggest chance in Trick Williams' career. It is our main event tonight here at NXT. It is Trick Williams and Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship. All or nothing, as the entire arena is looking to whoop that Trick. A locker room sellout, a locker room focus on tonight. Everybody here wants to see how this ends. And through the fire and the flames comes our Uba Singh Ba, Czar of NXT, the unbreakable NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov. I gotta ask you though, JJ, the fact that a man's mentality calls himself unbreakable, everybody has to have a breaking point. Do you think Ilya Dragunov is actually breakable?
I don't know, man. I don't know. He definitely portrays the image that you cannot break him.
Let's go down to Alicia for the introductions for our main event for the NXT Championship. Big fight, Phil! What fall? Good Lord, what the hell is wrong with your hair? Oh, baby. Challenger. 29 years of age, 3 years in the game. Trick Williams, Iron Survivor, beat Carmelo Hayes to stand deliver, beat Carmelo Hayes in a steel cage match. Opponent, NXT champion, 30 years of age, 12 years in the game. Ilya Dragunov, 207 days. All right, JJ. This is your brand. This is the cornerstone. This is the most important match up to date in this brand's history. You know what to do.
I've got it all queued up, sir.
Here we go!
Trick Williams is going to have to do everything possible to find a weakness and break Ilya Dragunov if he's going to leave the NXT champion and remain in NXT. The waist lock right now, but Ilya
Dragunov already starting off things. Huge German suplex, keeping the waist lock, sticking it to Trick Williams. He knows that he can't let Trick get that momentum.
No. Nice standing sidekick there. Nice jumping kick by Ilya Dragunov. Rolls in for that Trick knee. Unable to hit it. Ilya Dragunov, you see the eyes. Oh my God. Just paintbrush the man. Ooh. And right now, lining him up in the corner, trapping the arm. Ilya Dragunov and Trick Williams eye to eye. Both men headbutting each other, JJ. This is a fierce fight tonight. So damn much on the line. Whoops.
Expect nothing less from these two.
Damn right. Wow, man! Planet face first. DDT, though, will definitely slow down anything Trick Williams trying to build up. And solo Constantine! And falls in the cover. Hook of the leg. 2 count only.
Dragunov trying to hit Trick with the big moves early on, but Trick still got enough heart and energy in him.
But again, this is the second time now that we're seeing these two contend over the NXT Championship. Ilya Dragunov says he respects Trick Williams. He knows what he brings, but can he bring enough to finally be NXT Champion when he truly puts all of it on the line? Trick Williams, though, a nice head kick, takes down Ilya Dragunov after the powerbomb. Both men down. Stalemate here in the early going. Pinnacle moment right now here in the NXT Championship match. You see Trick Williams and Ilya Dragunov, though. They know that this match is just getting started. They know what this means for each other's careers. They know what this means for NXT, an embrace of respect. And both men teeing off the middle of the ring.
That's what's up.
Damn right. And Ilya Dragunov off the ropes follows in with that knee strike. Big knee to the jaw. Massive knee to the jaw. Ilya Dragunov in control here. You're not going to miss a second of the action, folks, as we go to restaurant quality. Picture in picture. Ilya Dragunov right now in firm control of this bout. Another knife-edge chop to the challenger here. Getting the better of Trick Williams. We talked about it before. You said it yourself. You can't measure heart. And the one thing that's unbreakable on both these men is their heart. Ooh, boy. And right now we see Dragunov putting the boots to him in the corner. And Daniel, we truly appreciate that. And again, folks, we love doing this for you across all brands, all the specials, all things wrestling. Shout out to my entire ATW family. That's what it's all about. Just enjoy life and enjoy wrestling. We love and look at all wrestling here. Nice snap suplex, the float over. Didn't go for the cover. Jumping Saxon connects. And again, folks, Mother Nature can truly be the only factor between you and enjoying professional wrestling too. But as one crazy individual once said, the show must go on. And we are here for you until NXT Spring Breakin is no longer on our radar. One way or another. Big forearm.
Damn right.
Testify. Whoop. Able to snug underneath the waistlock. Hoisting a Trick with a deadlift German. Every time Trick Williams tries to build some sort of momentum, Ilya Dragunov has neutralized it so far, JJ.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ilya Dragunov right now on the apron to the outside. Trick Williams down for the time being. Trick Williams needs to find a way to get back into this. Ilya Dragunov, former NXT UK champion, beating the Ring General Gunther. Trick Williams, former NXT North American champion, beating Dominic Mysterio. Both these men have been tried and tested their careers. Trick Williams still in the genesis of his. Ilya Dragunov probably at the best point he's ever been. And right now, Trick Williams teeing up against Ilya in the corner. Once again, looking for something big here. You might have to take a chance. Again, how much is a man willing to sacrifice when he truly has everything to gain and nothing to lose, proverbially? And Ilya Dragunov once again getting the better of Trick in the corner. Teeing off here. Capacity crowd on hand. We are back here live. NXT Spring Breakin. Main event, night one. NXT Championship. Ilya Dragunov and Trick Williams. Trick, though, might be looking for a sunset flip. Power. Oy vey. Did not give full execution on that at all. He might have been able to shift his weight there, folks. And again, fighting for everything he has in this moment. And look at Dragunov, though, once again, hoisting up Trick Williams. Release power bomb. I'm here for you, JJ. I'm here for you, folks. He'll refresh his feet and get back here, I assure you. One running boot to the side ahead of Trick Williams in the corner. This is for the NXT Championship. A title held up to the degree of the likes of Samoa Joe, Shinsuke Nakamura, Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, Braun Breaker, and countless others. Waving goodbye out of the corner. Coast to coast connects. Ilya Dragunov right now going for from the cover. Hit the far leg kick out. Welcome back, JJ.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're a half second away from possibly Ilya Dragunov ending Trick Williams' days in NXT up that coast to coast. Critical moment here. The Dragunov going over broke again. Whoa! Did he just catch him with a cutter?
Think so. Either a cutter or a power bomb, maybe a reverse cutter.
You see the Dragunov grabbing the back of his head and neck right now. Critical moment here with the challenger. Now looking to hoist up Ilya Dragunov. Power bomb! And this is the move right now. This is the turning point that's given Trick Williams a chance in this game. Now Trick looking to take something for the Dragonauts. Play by dropping the H-bomb! Covered by Trick! Hook both legs! No! Damn, that was close. So far away, though. And once again, Trick Williams putting something. Looking for Torpedo Moscow! Torpedo Moscow connects, but Trick the cover on Ilya. No!
Wow.
What the fuck?
Trick just took out Ilya Dragunov with his own move, the Torpedo Moscow.
He's unleashing everything possible here tonight, JJ. Nothing is off limits, but Ilya Dragunov still fighting back. Now, once again, up with the fireman's carry. Oh, Jesus! Defy driver in the corner. Nasty landing against those turnbuckle pads. Pinnacle opportunity, though, for both champion and challenger here. Both men on the outside. Crowd chanting, this is awesome. I firmly agree. This is the richest prize in NXT, the NXT Championship. Uh-oh, Nelia right now rearranging the furniture. This might be bad. Trick Williams, though, hoist him up at body drop. Not sure what's on the mind of Dragunov here, though. Trick Williams, though, able to stop whatever he was trying to attempt. Now sending Ilya into the barricade. Big uppercut. You see the creepers right now literally chanting for Trick Williams. Everybody wants Trick to win this, JJ. And he's looking to hook Ilya Dragunov from the barricade. Oh, man!
Huge Uranagi, rock bottom, bookend, whatever you want to call it, right through the announce table in front of Booker T.
Take a look at
Look at it again here, Noah.
He planted that man into the earth. Trick Williams electrifying the NXT universe tonight in what truly feels like his final stand at NXT for the NXT Championship. Oh, geez, and here that flies it again. The pain threshold of the champion is unmatched, only to be maybe met by the heart of Trick Williams. And once again, deadlift German! Somehow the Dragunov able to hoist him up and H-bomb connects on Ilya. And Ilya Dragunov right now dragging him even closer towards center, not going to the cover. Is this a mistake? Or does Ilya truly believe that right now he can't beat Trick Williams at this point? Dragunov with everything left in his being up the second rope. Avalanche H-bomb! The cover! 2! No!
Dragunov can't believe it. He thought that was it for sure.
The dream is still alive for Trick Willie tonight. How in the hell is Trick Williams still alive? And now blowing the kids goodbye from the top rope. Avalanche H-bomb! Well, with Trick unable to capitalize. Crawl to the cover, trace the arm over, cover 2. Trick's still alive! I think Dragunov hurt his wrist on the way down, JJ.
Quite possibly, Noah.
That
was a hell of an impact.
That might have been the key moment that preserved Trick Williams' chance. Trick Williams about to the trick knee! The trick knee! The trick knee! Back of the head! Hook up both legs! No! You gotta be fucking kidding me! Oh, we've seen this last stand before. This very well could be the final at tonight's Spring Breakin'. What hits first? Torpedo Moscow or Trick Knee? In a dread of Trick Williams. Trick Knee connects! Trick Knee connects! And the cover! 2! Trick Williams has done it! Trick Williams put it all on the line tonight and found a way to break Ilya Dragunov. Trick Williams whooped that Trick and is finally NXT champion. Good God Almighty, the lanes that both men went to in this matchup. And the final note of Combat to Vengeance Day, history did not repeat. History was made. Trick Williams has finally won the NXT Championship and has found a way to break the unbreakable.
Dragunov snatched the title away from the referee and handing it to Trick himself out of respect.
Trick Williams, you made it. As one era ends, a new era begins. May we never be the same again. Ilya Dragunov might be bidding NXT farewell, as tonight we usher in the era of Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick. Take nothing away, JJ, from what Ilya Dragunov not only demonstrated tonight, but demonstrated during his entire run as NXT champion. But the entire world was in the corner of Trick Willie tonight.
Hell yeah.
Let the party begin for the new NXT champion, Trick Williams. Trick showed you every ounce of heart, passion, soul, and mind, and what he was willing to sacrifice tonight. He would not be denied. As Spring Break was off the air, we usher in a new era with Trick Williams standing tall in the end. For the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams, I'm the Seminole Foster. Whoop that Trick all night if you choose. We'll see you next time here, folks, though. The next time we go live for NXT or Summon Up Professional Wrestling 2. Thanks for tuning in. And Mother Nature, fuck you.
Right.
Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. Whoop that Trick. I like it. I'll admit, I loved it. As far as that main event goes, pretty damn good show tonight, JJ, despite technical flaws. Whew.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have that issue next week, but if we do, we do.
Hey, we still did it,
Just
bro.
is one of those things. Seems like it happens to me every now and again, but when it happens, then like the next few streams, it's all good. So
yeah,
I'd rather it happen tonight than, on open mic night or something. So
right. But hey,
especially with Matt Game and everything this weekend.
But Mother Nature can't stop this professional wrestling passion in me or in you, especially when it comes to the fact that you brought me back into the letters NXT. Damn good show.
Thank you. I appreciate that show of respect, Noah. It was a damn good show. And now I got about a 50-minute break until I run it back on the big screen so I can take my notes for the love of wrestling tomorrow.
Well, I think with that being said, why don't we go ahead and segue into the shows and then bid everybody a fine adieu. As again, folks, you make this all possible. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for tuning in to another Jeopardy Network live watch event here at JMN Multiverse of Media. JJ, take it away.
Whew.
Fair enough.
Well, again, you can catch me tomorrow morning on For the Love of Wrestling, where I will be discussing tonight's NXT. Probably won't get to do NWA Power tomorrow just because I haven't had a chance to watch it. So I may have to do that on Thursday along with Dynamite, but it will be covered as always. Especially looking forward to Kenzie Page versus Natalia Markova with the Burke on the line.
Yes.
That airs this week. Should be good. We got, of course, the draft coming this weekend. Starting Friday on SmackDown, continuing Monday on Raw. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to do immediately following streams like I did last year, or if I'm going to wait and do it all as a separate stream after For the Love of Wrestling next Tuesday.
Right.
Still trying to finalize all that stuff. Of course, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 Eastern for the Greg Cherry Show. That'll be across the Greg Cherry brand and the Jeff Meacham Network. On Thursday, Statboy will be doing coverage of the NFL Draft on the Jeff Meacham Network and here on the Casa D18 Studios channel. So make sure you catch that. That'll begin at 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. And then this weekend, we've got Match Game coming up on Open Mic Night as Emmanuel Dominguez, the former Game Show Night champion, challenges the current reigning and defending Open Mic Night Game Show champion, Greg Cherry. That should be fun as well. Aside from all that, we want to make sure and thank you guys for joining us and tuning in this evening. It's been a hell of a show, and we will now get to see what the Trick Willie era brings to my NXT. For the simple man, Noah Foster. For the man whose name is on the marquee, Jeff Meacham, who did pop in ever so briefly earlier. I am the Renegade of Wrestling, JJ Williams. And if not before, we will see you guys back here next Tuesday for night 2 of NXT Spring Breaking. See you guys then.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
Whoop that trick.
Uh-huh.